Chapter 2841. When Zhang Sijing's earth laws grew medicinal herbs, it displayed an astonishing effect. Back then, when Zhang Sijing was in the Yuyao mountain villa, he had quickly helped Chen Shang grow a large amount of medicinal herbs. And now, it was not only Zhang Sijing, but also Zhang Simei. The two sisters had such high cultivation bases, if they were to grow them together, the speed would be even more terrifying. Great, I'm really lacking medicinal ingredients right now. I won't treat you unfairly when the time comes. Chen Shang laughed. When did you mistreat us? Zhang Simei smiled beautifully. Elder brother Shen, let's go to Yuyao mountain villa now. When we were at Heaven's Mandate Divine Sects, grandmother also told us to cultivate the medicinal herbs for the Heaven's Mandate Divine Sects. However, the Heaven's Mandate Divine Sects' alchemists' attitude towards us was very bad, and they didn't intend on giving us any compensation. We couldn't be bothered to help them. Zhang Sijing said. Chen Shang allowed the two sisters to enter the Yuyao mountain villa, then he gave the Taiji Yuanshan Dan seeds to them along with some other medicinal ingredients. Other than this, Chen Shang also asked them to help him grow the Sixtian Profound Dan's medicinal herbs. He felt that the Sixtian Profound Dan could still be sold for a period of time. Look, does this dragon magic herb have a way to grow it? Chen Shang handed over those dragon magic herb he bought over to the Mei Jing sisters. They have the earth laws, so they might have some tricks up their sleeves. These medicinal ingredients had all been treated and could not be grown. Chen Shang always had many clever ideas, but this time, he had no other choice. Zhang Sijing and Zhang Simei had already planted the seeds. Now, all they needed to do was to release the power of the ancient code at regular intervals to water them before they could quickly grow them. Their ancient code power had fused very well with the creation god spring and the effect would be even better. After they finished watering, they picked up the dragon magic herb and carefully looked at it. The main reason why these strange flowers and herbs can reproduce is because there is a trace of regeneration energy inside, but now the regeneration energy has been removed from the dragon magic herb, so no matter what method is used, it is difficult to cultivate these herbs. Zhang Simei came to a conclusion after looking through it. Just like sister said, the chi of rebirth is the most important. If we were to allow the plant to grow new life force, then we can use it to grow new plants. Zhang Sijing laughed. Others may be unable to do anything, but big sister and I can't. Chen Shang was somewhat disappointed previously, but when he heard Zhang Sijing's words, he was overjoyed. What method? There are many powerful pill masters in Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, but none of them can do anything. Quote. It's the same for any plants. We only need to borrow the regenerative aura from other plants. Zhang Simei said, you are a pill refiner, you have come in contact with many medicinal ingredients and are very clear on them, you should know that the origin of the plants are the same. That's right, countless flowers, plants, and trees are all born from the same source. Chen Shang said, he even used this principle to create the original source refining. Big sister and I can be considered to be born from the same origin, so even if big sister doesn't have the earth laws, because we share the same origin, through some secret techniques, she can have everything I have, and I can have everything about him. Zhang Sijing said, big sister and I will now grasp this kind of mysterious secret method, and we will need 2 lives to execute it. Chen Shang immediately understood that what the Mei Jing sisters needed to do now was to use the mysterious telepathic power between the twins to let the dragon magic herb sense the other strange flowers and herbs that possess the regenerative aura. This way, the dragon magic herb would be able to generate the regenerative energy from its new womb. Can this really work? Chen Shang felt that this was unbelievable. It will definitely be possible. We've even tried to fuse the effects of the 2 spirit flowers together to create a new breed. It can be considered a cross. Zhang Sijing laughed. After blending and crossing, the effect of the new breed will be even better. Then give it a try. Chen Shang was currently very excited. I wonder if I can create a new dragon magic herb. Of course we can, we'll try it now, but first we have to see what you have here. Zhang Simei said. Chen Zhang's Yuyao mountain villa had also planted many different kinds of strange flowers and herbs. Although there were many low-level ones, they could still grow to high levels through evolution. He had borrowed a lot from the Master Wang to make copies. You have a lot of flowers and plants here. We have to play. The last time she was here, she did not see this much. We can play a lot of new varieties. Zhang Simei said. At the moment, they were extremely interested in this. Then you guys just have to slowly mess around and come up with even better medicinal ingredients. In addition, with my alchemy skills, there will be endless medicinal pills. It would be hard for us to not become stronger. Chen Shang laughed. I want to become your ancestor. Jiang Sime said in an extremely domineering manner, there will always be a few fellows in heaven's mandate divine sects who look down on me. When I become a senior, I will return and teach them a lesson. It could be seen that the sisters had suffered greatly in the heaven's mandate divine sects. Only when they were with Chen Shang would they feel happy, because on one hand, Chen Shang could make them stronger. On the other hand, he was very concerned about them and was always thinking for them. Chen Shang had originally planned to refine pills, but now that he knew that the Mei Jing sisters and the rest had that kind of consummate technique, he anxiously ran to the pill street to buy many rare and precious herbs. Although there was no rebirth qi, but since the Mei Jing sisters and the rest could solve this problem, he did not need to buy any seeds. While many people are still in Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, I will first refine and sell a few more Sixtian Profound Dan. When Chen Shang returned to the small island, he took out the herbs and started to refine them. He felt that 300 billion Dao Crystal S was still not enough. Right now he did not need Dao Crystal to buy seeds, but he needed to enter the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. The Myriad Dao Divine Steel came from the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, and the speed at which the Dao Crystal was being absorbed by the Myriad Dao Divine Steel was extremely crazy. I need at least 1 trillion Dao Crystal. Chen Shang felt that even if he sold the Sixtian Profound Dan now, he wouldn't be able to get his hands on the trillion Dao Crystal so easily. Right now, the time to enter the Myriad Dao Mausoleum was getting closer and closer. He didn't know if he could succeed either. After a few days, he refined yet another 1,000 Sixtian Profound Dan. This also took him a few days to sell them all, and it was much harder to sell than before. He was already so hard to sell here, let alone Zhao Kungsan and the others. However, Zhao Kungsan's Dragon Magic Dan was selling it well, because it had been consumed many times. After eating a Dragon Magic Dan, the medicinal power would only last for a short period of time. It's a success. Although this is not the original Dragon Magic herb, it still has the effects of the Dragon Magic herb. Jiang Sime said. Chen Shang hurriedly entered the Yuyao Mountain Villa, and saw a golden grass in Jiang Sime's hands. What is the combination of a Dragon Magic herb and this thing? Chen Shang asked. Chapter 2842. Jiang Sime and Jiang Sijing looked extremely exhausted. It could be seen that the consumption of energy for them to complete all of this was extremely large. You should all rest first. Chen Shang said. Don't worry about it, you'll be able to recover very soon. Your environment is so good, and you can recover very quickly. Jiang Sime said, the grass in your hand is called Golden Dragon Magic Herb. Sister and I made it using a combination of a Dragon Magic Herb and a type of Gold Yuan Divine Grass that can increase a medicine aura. Quote, the Gold Yuan Divine Grass and many other medicinal herbs can be perfectly combined, so it might not be able to create a repelling force. The biggest benefit is that this kind of medicinal herb can increase medicine aura S by many times. Jiang Sijing added. This Dragon Magic Dan only needs a single Dragon Magic Herb to be refined. If the number of medicine aura increases, it means that the number of Golden Dragon Magic Herb that comes out will be even more. Chen Shang immediately understood why they combined the Dragon Magic Herb and the Gold Yuan Divine Grass in order to produce even more pills and not affect the effects of the Dragon Magic Herb. I can only try to refine more specific things to try. Chen Shang was already able to refine Taizun Dan. Taiji Yuanshan Dan were indeed Taizun Dan S. Although they were only of low quality, they required a lot of medicinal ingredients to refine, and Dragon Magic Dan only required one. Not to mention that the refining speed would be much faster, the refining process would also be very easy. To Chen Shang, refining a Dragon Magic Dan was not difficult at all. Shen Yi had quickly refined one of these Golden Dragon Magic Herb into a pill and 10 of them came out. This number of pills being given out made Chen Shang feel that it was unbelievable. After all, this was only a single type of medicinal ingredient, being able to refine 10 pellets just by entering. This made Chen Shang unable to believe that this was a Dragon Magic Dan. I have to give it a try. In order to try out this pill, Chen Shang could only go to the Great Clan Elder to ask for a Dragon Magic Poison. The Great Elder was also in the house at the moment, and the people from the other sects were all heading towards the transmission array to investigate. As long as they could investigate thoroughly, they could immediately head out to deal with the dragon demons who were occupying the transmission array. Seeing the Great Clan Elder, Chen Shang anxiously took out a Dragon Magic Dan. Grand Elder, can you tell what kind of pill this is? Chen Shang asked. The great elder was also an alchemist and a Taizun Dan. When he took a look at it, he immediately concluded and said, "This is the dragon magic Dan, and it was even refined by you, right?" The pills Chen Shang refined all had a faint heavenly alchemy immortal power, so great elder could feel it. Yes, but this kind of dragon magic Dan was created by adding other things, I just don't know if it has the original effects. Chen Shang rubbed his hands together and laughed, "Great clan elder, why don't you help me try?" While the great clan elder was a late period of Taizun realm, if he succeeded in the test, then there would be no problem with the other cultivation. All right, the great clan elder nodded with a smile. He was curious about the dragon magic Dan that was refined by Chen Shang, because he could feel that there was something different about it. The great clan elder ate a dragon magic poison and even ate a lot, going in as little as half a cup. When Chen Shang saw this, he started to worry. Last time, he only ate a small drop, but it was enough for him to forget what his surname was. This is all for the sake of being quick with the poison. The great elder chuckled. This kind of test was quite comical. In order to quickly know the results, he could only use a little more of the poison. Very quickly, the great clan elder was about to fall asleep, so he immediately ate Chen Zhang's dragon magic Dan. After eating, the originally listless great elder immediately became spirited. Not bad, its effects are strong. It is actually much stronger than the Zhao clan's dragon magic Dan. The great elder praised, "What exactly did you join?" "I've added the gold yuan divine grass." Chen Shang laughed, "I am planning to sell this kind of dragon magic Dan. Will Zhao clan kill me when the time comes?" "They definitely want to kill you very much, but they don't dare. I support your selling, and the number of conflicts with the dragon demons will only increase. When the time comes, the demand for these dragon magic Dan will only grow." The great clan elder said, "But you have to buy the dragon magic herb from his Zhao clan." Chen Shang smiled mysteriously, "No need." The great elder was shocked and then laughed, "That's good. Everything is under my control. You can sell it without worry." Chen Shang hurriedly returned to his room. At this time, Zhang Sijing and Zhang Sime had also recovered and started to plant golden dragon magic herb. According to them, it was not that hard to cultivate these golden dragon magic herb. Right now, the people of 4 great divine sects had already set off, but this was only their first attack, testing the strength of the dragon demons, because the dragon demons this time were very unfamiliar to them, they needed to gather more information, and only after would they launch their main attack. Although the 4 great divine sects was powerful, they were cautious when facing dragon demons. They never underestimated the dragon demons because their ancestors were all killed by the dragon devil Emperor Venerable. Zhang Sime and Zhang Sijing had also brought out the required medicinal ingredients for the Taiji Yuanshan Dan. These medicinal ingredients had all been combined with the gold origin divine grass before, which meant that when Chen Shang was refining the Taiji Yuanshan Dan, he had obtained even more medicine aura s. If he had chosen to refine many pills, he would definitely be able to refine many of them. If he only chose to refine a single pill, the quality would definitely be very high. The increase in medicine aura s by a lot meant that it would be even more difficult to refine pills. Just like this, 10 days had passed and the first batch of golden dragon magic herb had matured. These were low-quality divine medicines, but they grew like cabbages in the hands of Zhang Sime and Zhang Sijing. There are a total of 100 golden dragon magic herbs. A pot of 10 would make 1,000. Chen Shang immediately began refining. Zhang Sime and Zhang Sijing would do their best to cultivate a few golden dragon magic herbs, allowing them to grow a large amount of grass seeds to grow. The refining time of dragon magic Dan is also very long. It will take at least 2 days to finish one furnace. Although this was faster than Taiji Yuanshan Dan, Chen Shang felt that it was still too slow. There were a lot of alchemists in the Zhao clan, so their production of dragon magic Dan was very high. 10 batches at the same time should not be a problem. If Chen Shang was only refining a single batch, he would have it easy and without any pressure. If it was 10 batches at the same time, after he was done refining, he would be completely exhausted. In order to increase his speed, this was the only way to proceed. At most, he only needed to rest for a day to recover. In this way, he would be able to refine 10 batches in 3 days, which would make 100 batches per month. With 1,000 pills, he would be able to produce as many as Zhao Clan S in a month. 1 month later, the people who went to fight the dragon demons in the transmission array had returned. Chen Shang had also finished refining 100 batches of dragon magic Dan. "I have to hurry and find Uncle Lin and Little Bat." I have to ask them about the situation with the dragon demons. Chen Shang immediately headed to the villa that the foreign disciple lived in. At that time, he would also be able to sell his dragon magic dan there. Chapter 2843. Chen Shang arrived at the villa, found the room that Lin Jishan lived in, and went in. Inside, he saw Bat Super Venerable sleeping soundly on the ground, while Lin Jishan was also exhausted. One look was enough to tell that they had all been infected by dragon magic poison. What's going on? I remember that they all have dragon magic dan s. Chen Shang hurriedly took out 2 dragon magic dan s and stuffed them into their mouths. They recovered their spirits immediately after eating it. Chen Shang, you gave us dragon magic dan s to eat. Lin Jishan sighed, what a waste. We're already safe now anyway, so we just need to sleep. This time, we suffered greatly from the battle with the dragon demons, and this is because our dragon magic dan s are not enough. Quote. Oh, tell me about it, Chen Shang asked anxiously. When he first came in, he saw many people like Lin Jishan. It had to be known that Lin Jishan and Bat Super Venerable were both Supreme Realm late-stage rankers. They were all extremely tired, so there was no need to talk about the rest of the 6 God stage S. The dragon magic poison of the dragon demons are even more powerful now. The current dragon magic dan can't hold on for long. The moment we went to the transmission array, it rained the moment we started fighting the dragon demons. Lin Jishan said. There was no need for him to continue speaking, Chen Shang could guess. Are those rain clouds dragon magic poison? Chen Shang asked. Lin Jishan and Bat Super Venerable nodded their heads, then we will immediately retreat. We will protect the 6 God stage with our Taizun realm, and distance ourselves from the transmission array before the poison breaks out. Afterwards, we were like this several times in a row. We didn't even see many dragon demons before we immediately retreated. Bat Super Venerable said, the current dragon demons are very smart, and their overall strength is very strong. They are also very good at using the advantages of dragon magic poison S to deal with us. Our dragon magic dan will be back soon after it is used up. After this, the price of the dragon magic dan will definitely skyrocket. Lin Jishan said in an extremely displeased tone, this heavenly alchemy divine sect is really something, why not be a bit more generous and sell it off at a low price? To disciples of us who are not heavenly alchemy divine sect, we are actually selling them at 100 million. I bought 10 of them, but all of them have been used up. Quote. Me too. Bat Super Venerable was also helpless. I really want to snatch the guy that sold dragon magic dan. Chen Shang immediately laughed. Don't worry, I have refined all of the dragon magic dan here, and their effects are even stronger. The next time you guys go, I will give you even better dragon magic dan s. I promise you all, even if you drink a whole jar of dragon magic poison, you won't sleep. Quote. Really? How come I heard that the dragon magic herb is controlled by the heavenly alchemy divine sect's Zhao clan? Furthermore, that kid from Zhao clan has a grudge with you. Lin Jishan said. This is my secret, so don't spout nonsense. But when the time comes, you'll need the help of Little Bat. Chen Shang said, Little Bat, didn't I enter the Dragon Devil Dead Land with you back then? At that time, if Zhao clan asks me about the origins of the dragon magic herb, you can just say that you found a lot of golden grass with me in Dragon Devil Dead Land. Quote. Good, I like doing these kind of things the most. If this Zhao clan uses this chance to raise the price, you must definitely kill them all. The Bat Super Venerable said. It's unlikely for me to kill him, but I can still cripple him. Chen Shang laughed. There was a certain cost for Zhao clan to cultivate and refine dragon magic herb. Once they could not compete with Chen Shang, they would lose a lot of money. Alright, I will go and see the price of the dragon magic dan now. Chen Shang said. Before, he had already understood that dragon magic dan s required 100 million Dao crystal even if they were disciples of the heavenly alchemy divine sect s. Previously, it was only 50 million. After this event, the price of the dragon magic dan would definitely skyrocket. When Chen Shang was in the villa, he had met people from the Zhao clan. They had actually come to sell their dragon magic dan, and they had called a price of 400 million Dao crystal for one pellet. When many people heard this price, they immediately cursed and did not buy it. When the people of the Zhao clan saw that many people were so angry, they also lowered their prices, selling it for 300 million. This was acceptable for many people, but they didn't buy it because they had used up most of the Dao crystal and didn't have much Dao crystal left. Furthermore, they were going to fight to the death and even had to use their own Dao crystal. This made them very uncomfortable. At this time, many people were happy that Chen Shang had arrived, but they were also disappointed. The only thing Chen Shang could refine was the Sixtian Profound Dan, and the fact that he had cheated Zhao Clan once made many people feel that he had done a good job. I have Dragon Magic Dan, and only sell them for 100 million. Chen Shang suddenly said. He felt that the 100 million Dao crystal was more suitable. Many people previously bought 200 million. When the middle-aged man from the Zhao clan heard that, he sneered, Chen Shang, do you have that many Dragon Magic Dan in your hands? And the Dragon Magic Dan you refined is authentic? Quote. How could you question my, Chen Zhang's, reputation? Chen Shang laughed heartily. How bad is the reputation of your Zhao clan? Chen Shang, you really have Dragon Magic Dan. How many are there now? If it was only 100 million Dao crystal, we would definitely buy it. Someone suddenly said. I only have 1,000 pills right now, and my Dragon Magic Dan's effects are twice that of the Zhao clans, so whoever eats it will know. Chen Shang anxiously took out a jade box. Opening it, there were 1,000 black pellets. These were all Dragon Magic Dan's. When many people saw this, they all shouted that they wanted to buy it. Chen Shang restricted everyone from buying more than 2 pills, and at the same time, everyone here was queuing up to buy more pills. While the people from Zhao clan beside them were extremely furious, Chen Shang actually stole their business. 1,000 grains were soon sold out. No rush, no rush. I can bring out another batch very soon. Everyone, wait patiently. Chen Shang laughed. However, when the time comes, I hope that everyone will help me publicize the effects of my Dragon Magic Dan, so as to not let some people mock me. Your Dragon Magic Dan is really good, its effects are not only twice that of the Zhao clans. An old man said. He was from the late period of Taizun realm, and knew a lot about pills, so after he ate one, he could feel the strong medicinal power. Your Dragon Magic Dan still contains the Heavenly Alchemy Immortal power, and this Heavenly Alchemy Immortal power is also resistant to Dragon Magic poison. Senior, thank you for appraising it. Chen Shang immediately said gratefully, you guys should still have to rest for another month. Wait a month for me, I will refine even more Dragon Magic Dan as soon as possible, so that everyone will be able to buy even more effective Dragon Magic Dan with just a few. After Chen Shang finished speaking, he hurriedly left. All of them were here to represent the sect. Although they were currently using their own Dao Crystal to purchase Dragon Magic Dan, their sect would definitely compensate them with Dao Crystal S. Zhao clan, let's see how you will die this time. Chen Shang whistled and flew back to the small island, waiting for the golden dragon magic herb to ripen again. Chapter 2844. The Sixtian Profound Dan that Zhao Kungsan bought from him last time had a loss of over 100 billion. They had originally planned to earn it back using the Dragon Magic Dan, but did not expect that Chen Shang would actually compete with them on the Dragon Magic Dan S. Furthermore, the Dragon Magic Dan that Chen Shang refined had a much better advantage than theirs. What made the Zhao clan unable to understand was where Chen Shang actually got the Dragon Magic herb. Under normal circumstances, a Dragon Magic herb could at most refine 2. Chen Shang had just sold 1,000 Dragon Magic Dan, he should need 500. Even if it was the Zhao clan's themselves, they would need a certain amount of time to consume so many Dragon Magic herb, and they would need many of their Zhao clan's to refine them together for a month. But Chen Shang, who was alone, was able to refine 1,000 Dragon Magic Dan in a short amount of time. Because Chen Zhang's Dragon Magic Dan had suddenly appeared, caught the Zhao clan by surprise. At this time, they were also discussing how to deal with it. This kind of thing had never happened before. They had extremely strict control over the Dragon Magic herb seeds. Only the higher-ups of Zhao clan possessed the Dragon Magic herb seed. Just when Zhao clan was feeling suspicious, the Bat Super Venerable suddenly revealed something. He said that when he first entered the Dragon Devil Dead Land, he obtained a type of golden dragon magic herb and gave it to Chen Shang later on, which was why Chen Shang had the Dragon Magic herb to refine Dragon Magic Dan. But the Zhao clan did not believe it. They believed that only they, the Zhao clan, had the Dragon Magic herb. Chen Zhang's Dragon Magic herbs were all grown by the Mei Jing sisters, and their methods were all extremely detailed. The YDU was very special, and it had the characteristics of fusing with other medicinal herbs, allowing him to concoct even more pills. At this time, Zhang Simei and Zhang Sijing had become more and more familiar with the golden dragon magic herbs that they were growing. The cultivation speed could increase even more quickly, and with the addition of the purple gold pearl that Chen Shang had condensed with the heavenly alchemy immortal power, their cultivation speed could increase by a lot. A batch of dragon magic dan every month, this speed is still a bit slow. Chen Shang only had himself to concoct pills, which could be considered fast, but he was not satisfied. If he wanted to increase his speed, he could only increase the number of magic method furnaces. Previously, he had to refine 10 batches at the same time, but now, he had to refine 20 of them. He believed that with his own potential, he would definitely be able to hold on. At the same time, he had refined so many furnace Taizun Dan, it was equivalent to continuously squeezing out his potential. Refining 20 batches in 3 days, 100 batches in 15 days, and his speed has doubled. Now, let's see if he can succeed. It's time to challenge the limit. Chen Shang was now full of confidence, and released 20 magic method furnaces to begin the refinement process. With the help of the heavenly alchemy immortal power, he could refine medicine much more easily, which would reduce a lot of his pressure. In the past, just the stage of refining medicinal herbs would have been a headache for him. However, that was only for a pot, let alone 20 batches. Everything went according to Chen Zhang's expectations. Under his control, the 20 magic method furnace were very stable, but they consumed a lot of his energy. He did not know if he still had enough energy to complete the final step of condensing the pellet. But now, no matter what, he had to persevere. 3 days of time was still too little for refining Taizun Dan. Many alchemists would need at least 10 days for refining their Taizun Dan, and they might even need a month or a year for refining a batch of Taizun Dan. But Chen Shang, who was pursuing the extremes, used the help of the divine might fire to forcefully shorten the time to 3 days. Done. Chen Shang was already exhausted. After he had finished refining the 20 batches, he almost fell over. Die of exhaustion, Chen Shang placed the 200 dragon magic dan into a jade box and then lied down to rest. His recovery speed was also very fast, he had only slept for half a day before completely recovering. While Chen Shang had been cultivating for the past 3 days, he did not know anything about what was happening outside. Just as he came out, the great clan elder came to find him quickly. Chen Shang, where did you get those dragon magic herb? Zhao clan said that their medicine garden was stolen, and there are less than 1,000 dragon magic herb. The great clan elder anxiously asked, moreover, they now suspect that it was you, and they even say that you are a strange thief, who previously stole the heavenly alchemy art from the flying dragon palace and then stole the gold pagoda Ganoderma from him, all using a strange method. They felt that you could have stolen the dragon magic herb, and after that, you sold a large number of them. Now, they have reported it to the leader, and he has come forward to investigate. When Chen Shang heard this, he remained calm. He was not surprised by this. No problem, just let them investigate. Chen Shang snickered, the price of dragon magic dan has already been lowered, right? Zhao clan has already lowered the price of dragon magic dan to 100 million, otherwise, no one would buy them. Now, they are prepared to destroy you. The great elder asked, will your medicinal ingredients really be alright? It's definitely not a problem. You don't have to worry, Zhao clan's tricks won't be able to deal with me. Chen Shang laughed, when are they coming to investigate me? It should be in these 2 days. Just wait here for these 2 days, then we'll confront them face to face. As long as your medicinal ingredients are fine, then you don't have to be afraid of them. Leader is a person who knows what's right and wrong. The great elder said. Chen Shang did not plan to refine pills in the next 2 days and just waited here for the people from the Zhao clan. The people from Zhao clan came quickly, and only came in the morning of the 2nd day. A large group of people even came, and Chen Shang even saw Zhao Kungsan. It was not only the people from the Zhao clan who came, but also the disciples of the other sects. This was all called over by the Zhao clan, so it was clear that the Zhao clan was very confident this time in being able to take Chen Shang down. Lin Jishan and Bat Super Venerable were also here. They obviously knew that Zhao clan was going to deal with Chen Shang, so they came here to support Chen Shang. Most of the disciples from the other sects supported Chen Shang, because Chen Shang could sell them cheap dragon magic dan, and the effect was much better than Zhao clan's. Although the price of the Zhao clan's dragon magic dan had already been lowered to 100 million, many people did not buy it because Chen Zhang's dragon magic dan was also 100 million, but the effect was 2 times better than that of the Zhao clan's. Adding the fact that Chen Zhang's reputation was not bad, even if Chen Shang sold for 150 million, many people still chose to buy Chen Shang. The leader of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect did not come, but more than 10 elders had come. All of these elders had very high status, so the great clan elder could be at ease with them coming to investigate. Chen Shang, you should already know this. Today, we're here to investigate you. Your dragon magic herb's origins are unknown, but a large portion of our Zhao clan's dragon magic herb's have suddenly been stolen. The one who spoke was Zhao Kungsan. 10 elders, please go investigate with our Zhao clan and confirm that the dragon magic herb of our Zhao clan has been stolen. Now, we suspect that you stole the dragon magic herb. Only you are suspicious. Chapter 2845. Chen Shang had also considered the possibility of such a thing happening, so he had a way to deal with it. Now that the Zhao clan had lost their dragon magic herb, it should be them acting. However, since they were able to deceive the 10 elders, it showed that the Zhao clan and the rest had their own methods. That's good. What about the dragon magic herb that you lost? Chen Shang asked. What else can the dragon magic herb do? It's exactly this type of dragon magic herb. Zhao Kungsan took out 2 dragon magic herb, which were black and red respectively. Although the colors were different, they were both dragon magic herbs. Chen Shang nodded his head. Are all of you the ones who lost these dragon magic herb in the medicinal field? That's right. This was lost more than a month ago. Zhao Kungsan coldly snorted. And you just so happen to have so many dragon magic dan, so we suspect that you did it. It was lost more than a month ago. Why didn't you respond then? Chen Shang laughed. Why didn't you start investigating when I sold the dragon magic dan? Everyone nodded. No matter how they looked at it, they seemed to be framing Chen Shang. Because our medicinal field is a top secret herb field, we only go in to take a look at it once in a while. Zhao Kungsan said. From the traces at the scene, it seems that those dragon magic herb have been lost for about a month, and these 10 elders have investigated about it. Chen Shang looked at the 10 elders and said, Elders, are you sure that you have lost the 2 dragon magic herbs in Kunyan's hands? That's right. Because there are still a few parts of the medicinal field that we haven't lost, we can be sure that we have lost these 2 species of dragon magic herb, an elder said. If you doubt me, I can understand it too. However, the dragon magic herb that I refined was not one of these 2 dragon magic herb, but a kind of golden dragon magic herb. It was given to me by the Flying Dragon Palace. Chen Shang said. He can testify for me. An old man from the Zhao clan sneered. Golden-colored dragon magic herb, you are simply speaking nonsense. Our leader has planted dragon magic herb for so many years, yet there has never been a golden variety born. Your relationship with Bat Super Venerable is not bad, and it is normal for you two to collude with each other to deceive people. Alright, if I can take out the golden dragon magic herb, you should believe me. Chen Shang said as he took out a golden dragon magic herb. The dragon magic herb in Chen Zhang's hands was golden and looked extremely beautiful. The shape and size of the dragon magic herb were exactly the same, except the color was different. This, HMPH, it's definitely fake. It's just that you used some secret techniques to get the golden color. Now that I have ascertained that you were the one who stole the dragon magic herb, you made such preparations in order to rid yourself of any suspicions. Zhao Kungsan insisted that it was Chen Shang. Alright, how many dragon magic herb have you lost in total? Chen Shang asked. There were still many dragon magic herb in the Yuyao Mountain Villa. 10 elders, you should be able to find an accurate number. Chen Shang said. The final result is that 1300 dragon magic herb have been lost. An elder said. Chen Shang secretly cursed in his heart. This Zhao clan was too ruthless to actually want to make him take the blame. He had originally planned to take out some dragon magic herb. When the time came, he only needed to surpass the number of dragon magic herb lost in the Zhao clan, then he would be able to shake off all suspicions. But now, he could not. There were not so many dragon magic herb in the Yuyao Mountain Villa. You still have some dragon magic herbs with you, however, you have already dyed them golden, now leave them all to us. It will lessen the punishment. Then, you can give us the corresponding Dao crystal. We can let you leave the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. Zhao Kungsan said. Chen Shang sighed. My golden dragon magic herb is called the golden dragon magic herb, and is completely different from your Zhao clan's dragon magic herb. If I use this kind of golden dragon magic herb to refine pills, I can refine 7 of them in one furnace, so this should be enough to prove that my golden dragon magic herb is not dyed. Quote. HMPH, that's only because you refined it yourself. Everyone knows your pill techniques. If you refine 7 pills for others, we believe that your dragon magic herb is not like us. The elder of the Zhao clan said. When the people of Zhao clan saw Chen Zhang's golden dragon magic herb, they were already very surprised. They thought that Bat Super Venerable and Chen Shang had colluded with each other, but they never thought that there was actually a golden dragon magic herb. So they also wanted to get their hands on this dragon magic herb. They already understood why the effects of the dragon magic Dan Chen Shang had refined were stronger than theirs, and that was because of this golden dragon magic herb. Chen Shang was very angry in his heart. Not only did this Zhao clan want to turn black and white and take away the golden dragon magic herb in his hands, he also wanted to cheat him of his Dao crystal. All 10 elders should know how to refine pills. If you all can refine many dragon magic Dan, then you can prove that my dragon magic herb is yours and not stolen. Chen Shang took out 10 golden dragon magic herbs and handed them over to the 10 elders. This may take some time, but for the truth, I think everyone should be able to wait patiently. Everyone nodded their heads. They were willing to wait for the results to come out. The people of Zhao clan gritted their teeth in anger, because Chen Shang had really mastered dragon magic herbs. Moreover, it was a very special kind of golden dragon magic herb, much better than their Zhao clan's red and black dragon magic herb. Fortunately, the alchemy level of these elders was very high, and refining dragon magic Dan only required refining a single medicinal ingredient. Their speed was not slow either. Everyone patiently waited here for 6 days, they were finally done refining. But the one with the most Dan beads was actually 10. Of the 10 elders, at least 9 of them came out. Most of them could actually refine 10 Dan beads. Even those elders felt it was inconceivable. Chen Shang did not expect these elders to be so skilled, to actually be able to produce so many pills. It seems that in order to pursue speed, I only produced 7 pellets. The 10 elders' alchemy skills are truly outstanding. Chen Shang hurriedly said, these dragon magic Dan were all painstakingly refined by you. You can just keep them yourselves, but now it has already proven my innocence. The people of Zhao clan were jealous to death. Not only did Chen Zhang's golden dragon magic herb give out more pills, it had better effects than them. Zhao clan, your dragon magic herb was not stolen by Chen Shang. He has already proven that his dragon magic herb was different from the ones you lost. An elder said. There's nothing else. Our Zhao clan has suffered heavy losses this time, which is why we are suspicious. I hope the elders can understand. The people from the Zhao clan knew best what was going on. If they continued to harass Yu Yang, and found out that it was them who planned this play, they would be in for a lot of trouble. Alright, let's end this here. One of the elders harumphed, as if he had already noticed something. Chapter 2846. Just as the 10 clan elders were about to leave, Chen Shang suddenly said, no. This matter definitely could not be forgiven. They had to investigate thoroughly. There is an urgent need for dragon magic Dan, and there are also people who are stealing in the heavenly alchemy divine sect. Maybe it is the doing of the dragon demons. I think we must continue investigating and find out who stole the dragon magic herb that was lost in the Zhao clan. Quote. That's right, there might be dragon demons inside the Zhao clan, we must investigate them thoroughly. Lin Jishan shouted. Right, right. Many people also started to shout, saying that they had to find a carriage to see who stole the dragon magic herb. Our heavenly alchemy divine sect would never sneak into a dragon demon. The great clan elder was now even more certain that this was caused by the Zhao clan himself. He was extremely furious at the fact that they wanted to blame Chen Shang and chase him away. Then it's very likely that there's a spy in the Zhao clan. We have to find out. An elder nodded his head. We will go to Zhao clan now. Even though the people from the Zhao clan were calm, their hearts were beating wildly. Their previous plan was extremely thorough, and they thought that they could definitely drive Chen Shang away. After the 10 elders and the Zhao clan's people left, Chen Shang took out the 200 pellets of dragon magic Dan that he had previously refined and started selling them all happily. After the sales, everyone left. And I and Ben and read in fiction. Brat, to think that you would have such a unique dragon magic herb. You didn't even tell me about it, and you have caused me to worry to death. The great clan elder scolded jokingly. I really thought you went to the Zhao clan to steal dragon magic herb. Chen Shang laughed. If I were to go to Zhao clan to steal the dragon magic herb, I definitely won't stay there any longer, and Zhao clan will definitely not only lose dragon magic herb as well. I have really succeeded in stealing so many medicinal ingredients from Zhao clan's top secret location. According to my style, all of Zhao clan's ingredients will definitely be looted by me. Quote. Zhao clan said that there are still a few dragon magic herb remaining on their stolen medicinal fields. This is really funny. If I were to make a move, I will definitely take all of it. Quote. Can golden dragon magic herb really refine many pills? That was a Taizun Dan. Although it's only low rank, to be able to refine 10 medicinal plants in one go is truly unbelievable. The Great Elder said. Great Clan Elder, if you want the golden dragon magic herb, just say it, here. Chen Shang laughed. You can try it yourself. This golden dragon magic herb contains a lot of medicine aura, so it can produce a lot of pills. Chen Shang gave the Great Clan Elder 10 golden dragon magic herb to refine for himself. The transmission array that was sent to the Myriad Dao Mausoleum was difficult to attack. It was mainly because there were too many dragon magic poison there. When they entered, although they were struck by the dragon magic poison, they did not immediately flare up. Furthermore, they all had some dragon magic Dan as backup, so after eating the dragon magic Dan, they retreated as fast as they could. Otherwise, once the dragon magic Dan lost its effect and they were still inside the dragon magic poison mist, they would lose their fighting strength. In the end, only death awaited them. However, the dragon magic Dan that Chen Shang refined had already been tested, and its effects were much better than those of the Zhao clan S. A late-stage Supreme Realm cultivator went to the transmission array to test it, and discovered that after eating one of the dragon magic Dan Chen Shang refined it would last for 10 days. In other words, as long as he could bring 3 pellets into his body, he would be able to survive for a month inside the transmission array without encountering any poison. A month's time was enough for them to snatch back the transmission array. Now, they were only waiting for Chen Shang to refine the dragon magic Dan. There were around 1,000 people who entered the transmission array, and Chen Shang needed to refine 3,000 dragon magic Dan. Before, he had already sold more than 1,000. In the past month, he had also successfully refined 2,000 pellets, and they were sold out very quickly. Now, he had 600 billion Dao crystal in his hands. This was very close to his goal of 1 trillion. I have to start refining the Taiji Yuanshan Dan. There's not much time left until I enter the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. I need to level up quickly. Right now, there was no lack of dragon magic Dan outside, so Chen Shang would stop for a period of time to refine the Taiji Yuanshan Dan properly. Mei Jing sisters and the others had already grown a lot of ingredients, so Chen Shang would not be lacking any of them for the rest of the time. On one hand, if they had sufficient strength, he would be able to make them come out to fight when he needed their help. On the other hand, the higher their cultivation, the faster the medicinal herbs would be planted. The ingredients for refining the Taiji Yuanshan Dan have all been improved by us and have all fused with the gold yuan divine grass, so you need to be careful when refining it. There will be a lot of medicine aura. Zhang Simei said. She was also an alchemist, but her standards were not as high as Chen Zhang's. However, she had a better understanding of pill refining. I have to make a collision, only then will I not waste any medicinal ingredients. Moreover, the pills refined using the crash method have the effect of self-refinement, so during the refining process, I can do other things as well. Chen Shang took out his Chuangshi God furnace and began to refine the super high-quality Taiji Yuanshan Dan. After an entire 10 days of time, he was only able to successfully refine a Taiji Yuanshan Dan that had undergone 3 crashes, and this was his limit. The more medicine aura there were, the higher their quality would be, and the control they would need to collide would be higher. And after the 3 crashes, Chen Shang was also exhausted, unable to proceed to the next crash. That's the only way. Chen Shang swallowed the pellet, then went to rest and refined it at the same time. The refining speed was extremely fast, and was completed in just half a day. Just as the refining was finished, Chen Shang once again began to refine the Taiji Yuanshan Dan. Just like this, a month had passed and he had eaten a total of 3 super high-quality Taiji Yuanshan Dan, but he still had not broken through. It was not easy to break through 6 God stage, but according to the effects of the Taiji Yuanshan Dan, Chen Shang felt that his progress was relatively fast. His current 6 Yuan God was much stronger than before. If he was given a little more time, he would definitely be able to enter the middle stage of 6 God stage soon. The people who went to attack the transmission array had returned as well, and they successfully took it down. The 4 great divine sects had sent out their experts to guard the transmission array, and once the Myriad Dao Mausoleum was activated, they could immediately activate the ancient transmission array and head towards the vicinity of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. Now that Chen Shang was not refining the Dragon Magic Dan, he sold the Golden Dragon Magic Herb to the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect for 700 million each. A single golden dragon magic herb could refine 10 dragon magic dan, so these shops could still earn 300 million Dao crystal. This way, it would also be able to alleviate the lack of dragon magic dan. Chapter 2847. The great clan elder also knew very well that the Zhao clan hated Chen Shang to the core, so he also said that if anyone dared to touch Chen Shang, it meant that they had become his enemy. Chen Shang was very popular in Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. Now everyone suspected that Chen Shang had a secret method to quickly grow medicinal herbs, if not he would not have so many dragon magic herb. But Chen Shang did not admit it, he only said that those golden dragon magic herb were obtained from the Dragon Devil Dead Land, he had a lot of them. If others were to notice, it would not be a good thing, so Chen Shang would not admit to using that ability. Chen Shang was currently focused on refining the Taiji Yuanshan Dan, he needed power very much. Although his pill techniques were outstanding, no matter how skilled he was in pill techniques, without sufficient strength, he would not be able to withstand the threat of danger. Furthermore, he was going to go to the mysterious Myriad Dao Mausoleum. After taking down the transmission array, 4 great divine sects and Flying Dragon Palace had set an exact time to head to Myriad Dao Mausoleum in 2 months. The Myriad Dao Mausoleum would open up for a period of time. As long as they could enter during this period of time and come out, they would not miss the opening of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. The biggest reason why Chen Shang entered the Myriad Dao Mausoleum was to find and kill the Natural Law Divine Lord. Right now, he was weak, so even if he met the God of Heaven, he might not be able to fight against him. He only hoped that when the time came, Lin Jishan would be able to talk to the God of Heaven. Bat Super Venerable had enough power to help him kill Natural Law Divine Lord. There were still 2 months left, and it was a very short period of time for many people. At this time, those who had decided to head to Myriad Dao Mausoleum were all hurriedly making preparations. 2 months had passed, and the great clan elder had gently knocked on Chen Zhang's door. Chen Shang, who was still concocting pills, woke up quickly. His face was filled with regret, because he had not stepped into the middle stage of 6 Gods stage yet. 6 Gods stage is indeed not that easy to break through. Chen Shang looked at the high-quality Taiji Yuanshan Dan in his hand. He had refined this just now, but it was too late for him to eat it now. Chen Shang anxiously opened the door and saw that the great clan elder had already donned a set of strong and sturdy armor, so he was probably going to head out immediately. Grand Elder, are you leaving now? Chen Shang asked. Not bad, we'll be starting off in an hour. Are you not ready yet? The great clan elder asked when he saw that Chen Shang was not that excited. It's about time, let's go. Chen Shang could only find some time to eat that piece of Taiji Yuanshan Dan and then quietly refine it, to see if he could step into the middle stage of 6 Gods stage. Chen Shang followed the great clan elder to the great plaza of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. It was already filled with people, all of them from the 4 great divine sects and the 4 great divine sects. The last time they attacked the transmission array, there were only 1,000 of them, but it had increased to 2,000 now. For the large 4 great divine sects and Flying Dragon Palace, 2,000 people was considered very little. This was to keep a portion of the people here to guard, so that the dragon demons wouldn't take advantage of the situation to enter. Chen Shang had already made an agreement with Lin Jishan and Bat Super Venerable to move out together, and now that Lin Jishan and Bat Super Venerable were here, he immediately went to find them when he arrived at the plaza. He had already greeted the great clan elder. The great clan elder did not say anything about this. He was very clear about the strength of the Bat Super Venerable, and that Lin Jishan was not weak either. Chen Shang, when we enter the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, the ones we need to pay attention to are not the bastards inside, but the bastards hiding in the plaza. Lin Jishan said. He had entered the Myriad Dao Mausoleum before, and had a lot of experience. The last time he entered, he was tricked by humans. When Lin Jishan was within the Bat Super Venerable this time, they were all people that he understood. Therefore, he was very at ease, not like the last time, where it was a temporary arrangement. I know, I feel that the thing I need to pay attention to the most are those fellows from Zhao clan. They should be really eager to eat my flesh and blood right now. When Chen Shang looked at Zhao Kungsan, he could see the viciousness in his eyes. Rest assured, as long as the ancestor does not attack, old Lin and I can withstand it. Unless there are 8 late-stage overlords surrounding and attacking us, no one will be able to harm you. The Bat Super Venerable was not too worried. He understood Chen Zhang's ability to escape very well. After everyone had arrived, they divided into more than 10 teams and began to head towards the ancient transmission array. This was still quite a distance away. A few days later, they arrived at the ancient transmission array. This transmission array was extremely huge, actually a lot wider than the big plaza in Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. When Chen Shang arrived here, he could immediately feel the remnant evil dragon chi. Previously, this place was filled with the corpses of the dragon demons. Even if they were burnt to ashes, the chi was still very dense. Opening the transmission array would consume a large amount of Dao crystal. Chen Shang had heard from the great clan elder that it would take at least 100 billion Dao crystal to successfully activate it. These Dao crystal were produced by the 4 great divine sects and 4 great divine sects together, and each side only needed to pay 20 billion Dao crystal. To these kind of big shots, this was just a small number. When he came back, he would need to use the same amount of Dao crystal, so he didn't need to use the Dao crystal if he wanted to follow the group. Once the 4 great divine sects and the Flying Dragon Palace were teleported, they would be open to other people, and those people would need to gather enough Dao crystal to activate the transmission array before they could head to the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. It took more than 6 hours to open the transmission array, and after it did, Chen Shang felt a spatial ripple. Then, a golden light flashed before his eyes, and they arrived at a place with fresh air. He has already left the Flying Dragon Pagoda. Chen Shang looked around. He was very sure right now, because when he was in Flying Dragon Pagoda, he could feel the unique spatial energy of Flying Dragon Pagoda. However, there was no space here. They should be on top of the Divine Wasteland. Where is the Myriad Dao Mausoleum? Chen Shang looked left and right, but he did not see Myriad Dao Mausoleum. When he was on the 100 floors of the Flying Dragon Pagoda, Chen Shang had refined and eaten the Myriad Dao Divine Tablets formation. At that time, he saw the image of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. We still have a way to go to Myriad Dao Mausoleum. The ancient transmission array only told us to leave it, otherwise we would need to walk it layer by layer, or through it, in order to leave it. Lin Jishan said, "Let's go." The leaders are all the great elders of the 4 great divine sects S and Flying Dragon Palace S. On the way to Myriad Dao Mausoleum, they encountered over a dozen waves of terrifying dragon beasts attacks. Luckily, the people here were all skilled and were able to push back dragon beast. After walking for around a month, Chen Shang finally saw the Myriad Dao Mausoleum in his image as he was fusing with the Myriad Dao Divine Tablets formation. Chapter 2848. From afar, the Myriad Dao Mausoleum looked like a giant square stone that was located on the ground, and at this time, Chen Shang and the rest were still very far away from the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, so they could clearly see the entire appearance of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. 130,000 feet tall, 150,000 feet wide, and there is also the universe inside. This is the mysterious Myriad Dao Mausoleum. Lin Jishan said, "The first time I saw it, I was extremely shocked." It was his first time seeing it with his own eyes, but because he had seen the image before, he did not exclaim out loud like the others when he saw it. The Myriad Dao Mausoleum was black, and on the way there, Chen Shang also heard that the Myriad Dao Mausoleum's expression would change. Sometimes it would be white, sometimes it would be gold, and in short, it would change in various colors. And only when it turns black would it mean that the Myriad Dao Mausoleum would be opened. Furthermore, the inside of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum would be very safe. When it was white, a portion of the entrance to Myriad Dao Mausoleum was opened, but it was extremely dangerous inside. At this time, a majority of the people who went in were unable to come out. There are others. The Bat Super Venerable suddenly said. Chen Shang could also feel the qi, and there were quite a number of them. Chen Shang immediately looked towards the direction where the qi came from. All of them looked very familiar. He knew who these people were. They were the big shots from the Myriad Dao City, just that they were all possessed by the evil soul. Shui Yunshang. He couldn't help but say these 3 words. This guy, he actually came as well, and even had those leader elders from the Divine Beast sects in the 100 floors of the Flying Dragon Pagoda S. You know them? Lin Jishan asked. He was not worried about them, because all of them were weak, with their cultivations of around the middle stage of 6 gods stage. I understand, most of them are about to be possessed by the evil soul. You guys be careful, maybe they still have a powerful evil soul on their hands. Chen Shang said. Back then, Chen Shang had already known that the leader S of the Divine Beast sect were very close to the evil soul S, so he suspected that those leader S had all been possessed by the evil soul S. When Shui Yunshang and the other evil soul S came out of Myriad Dao Mausoleum, they had many strong evil soul S whose bodies had yet to be found. And Shui Yunshang and the rest of the evil souls were only at the 6 god stage. In the myriad Dao mausoleum, the 6 god stages were considered weak. Chen Shang guessed that they had the Tai Zun realm's evil souls, but he did not find a good body, so he was not able to take them out. Chen Shang told the worries in his heart to Lin Jishan and the Bat Super Venerable. After knowing that they were a group of evil souls, they immediately became cautious. Before, when they went to fight against the dragon demons, they had to always be on guard against being devoured by them. In this regard, they had some experience. My friends, are you from the top of Flying Dragon Pagoda? The one who spoke was Shui Yunshang. He had a gentle smile on his face. Chen Shang also felt that it was strange. Why would Shui Yunshang and the others appear here? Could it be that the 100 floors of Flying Dragon Pagoda also have an ancient transmission array that leads to here? Not bad. Where are you from? An old man from Flying Dragon Palace asked. He was very cautious at the moment and did not walk over. They are all evil soul. Lin Jishan suddenly shouted, everyone be careful. Just as he finished speaking, the expressions of Shui Yunshang and the others changed. With a wave of their hands, they threw countless black beads. The black beads released an evil aura. With one glance, one could tell that they were all evil soul. Just as Chen Shang had guessed, Shui Yunshang and the rest had a large number of strong evil souls in their hands. Now, they had thrown out their evil souls in order to let these evil souls choose the appropriate body to possess. A bunch of evil beings. He was an elder of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, and although his voice was low, it released a golden sound wave. The black beads that were thrown over were instantly shattered, and all of the evil souls ran out. When the elders of the 4 great divine sects and the Flying Dragon Palace saw so many powerful evil souls, their expressions became extremely serious. They all had a tacit understanding and immediately set up a huge enchantment around everyone to protect them from the attacks of the evil soul. When the time comes, these old fellows could defend against evil soul, but for the other juniors, it was hard to say. Quickly destroy them, Bat Super Venerable shouted towards the group of people. Shui Yunshang and the others were still outside the barrier with a sinister smile on their faces. The barrier was covered by a mass of black fog and the fog was formed by the mighty. How dare the evil creature be impudent? A burly man from the 6 divine sects shouted loudly. A few, boom boom, sounds of thunder rumbled in the air as a large amount of 6-colored lightning bolts fell like rain on the surroundings of the barrier. After the evil soul was struck by the lightning, they all dispersed. Some of them even started to scream, floating around in the air, wailing like ghosts and howling like wolves. The 6 divine lightning from the 6 divine sects are not simple. This kind of evil soul is also afraid of being struck by lightning. Lin Jishan laughed. Evil soul is underestimating our Flying Dragon Pagoda's 1,000 floors. After that, the elders of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect also took action, releasing a purple gold flame. They controlled the flame to turn into a giant palm and slap the fleeing evil souls. It had only been a moment, but the mighty supreme evil soul was already scared out of her mind. Let alone this kind of, even when they were alive and had flesh and blood, this group of elders were not afraid of them, let alone a evil soul who only knew how to frighten people. Shui Yunshang and the others were so scared that their faces turned green. Previously, they thought that the supreme evil soul they had released would quickly swallow all of them. But who would have thought that those powerful evil souls would not even be able to withstand a single blow, and were taken care of so quickly? These evil soul must have made a mistake. I never expected us to be so strong. Lin Jishan laughed. This group of people could be considered to be the apex existences within the 1,000 floors of the Flying Dragon Pagoda. Kill. Just as the voice of an old man faded, more than 10 shadows flashed out from the enchantment, and the powerful aura released from their bodies rushed towards Shui Yunshang's group like a terrifying wave. Shui Yunshang and the rest had a few hundred people, but the dozen or so elders were able to rush over, releasing a burst of powerful force and crushed the few hundred of them, turning them into dust. It's boring. We don't need to do anything. Lin Jishan yawned, but since the enchantment had been put away, everyone immediately rushed there. What happened just now was very sudden, but right now everyone was very calm, as though nothing had happened at all. They continued to head towards the myriad Dao mausoleum. Chen Shang, what's wrong? Lin Jishan patted Chen Zhang's shoulder and asked softly. I have a strange feeling that something is following us. Chen Shang looked behind him and said, we have to be careful. I have a feeling that before we enter the myriad Dao mausoleum, we will have to go through a great battle. Chapter 2849. This was not a conscious thought on Chen Zhang's part, but rather an extremely weak aura that Chen Shang had sensed, and this aura contained a faint killing intent. Chen Shang had killed before, so he could feel it, even though it was weak. Right now, he just could not confirm what that aura was. He also did not know where it came from. Really, should I tell them? Lin Jishan said. I'm not sure right now, but that's what I think. However, he still sent a sound transmission to the great clan elder of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. His relationship with the great clan elder of Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect was not bad. After the great clan elder heard his sound transmission, he also became cautious. Anyways, they were about to enter the Myriad Dao Mausoleum at this time, so everyone was on high alert. All along the way, they were extremely quiet and did not encounter any dangers. They also gradually approached the gigantic Myriad Dao Mausoleum. At this time, they could no longer see just how vast the Myriad Dao Mausoleum was. Although they had not arrived at the bottom of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum yet, they were shrouded in the gigantic shadow of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. Upon entering this shadow, a cold shiver went down everyone's spines. What's going on? This Myriad Dao Mausoleum is a little strange, different from last time. Lin Jishan said. That's right, it makes people uneasy. What's going on? Bat Tai, 1, Ben, Reed. The novice sovereign had the same feeling, he had also entered the Myriad Dao Mausoleum before. Everyone, pay attention. The great clan elder of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect shouted, we might not even enter the Myriad Dao Mausoleum before we face a huge battle. The Myriad Dao Mausoleum was right in front of him, but the door was not completely open. There was only a small crack, but because the door was very big, the crack that was revealed was also very big. The wind was coming from the gap of the door. Chen Shang was lost in thought as he looked at the big door of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, and said, the big door is opening slowly, but the opening speed is very slow, adding that the big door of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum is too big, it's hard to find. The entrance to the Myriad Dao Mausoleum was as high as the sky, and this entrance was also known as the door of the heavens and the earth. In the past, the opening of the gate of heaven and earth was much smaller than it is now, only enough for 10 people to walk past it side by side as if they were walking between two mountains. But now, it's so wide, it's not a problem even pushing through the mountain. Lin Jishan also felt that it was very strange. As they approached the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, they were enveloped by a depressing atmosphere. This kind of feeling made people uncomfortable. If they didn't have a firm will, they would have easily collapsed by now. Everyone was already enveloped by a formless and terrifying aura. Should we retreat? An elder suddenly said, obviously, there's something wrong with the opening of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum this time. That's right, how about this? Let's wait for a while longer and see. If things return to how it was in the past, we can go back inside. While we're waiting, we can notify the two ancestors and have them come over to take a look. A bald old man said. Now that they were already here, no one wanted to return. However, they were still very cautious and didn't rush in just like that. Everyone rested where they were and waited patiently. Chen Shang also grabbed the opportunity to eat a Taiji Yuanshan Dan, and then had Bat Super Venerable and Lin Jishan watch over him. As time passed, the heaven and earth door opened wider and wider. The darkness could be seen through the crack in the door. Although the door was opening wider and wider, the eerie wind that was blowing out from inside was abnormally much weaker, causing people to be even more confused. A few days had passed and Chen Shang had already refined the Taiji Yuanshan Dan, but he had still not stepped into the middle stage of Six Gods stage. Under such circumstances, he desperately needed power, but he still did not succeed. I can only refine one more. Chen Shang immediately took out the medicinal ingredients and then calmed his heart to refine them. He was not the only one who was concocting pills here, the elders of Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect were also making use of their time to do so. 10 days had passed and Chen Shang had successfully refined one Taiji Yuanshan Dan. Is your ancestor not here yet? This door has been completely opened. This is an unimaginable scene. An elder said anxiously, there must be a problem with the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. The Myriad Dao Mausoleum's gate of heaven and earth had been completely opened. Even though the huge ancient door was completely opened, the inside of the door was pitch black, and it was impossible to see anything. It was like the mouth of a huge beast, dark and sinister. Just as Chen Shang was about to eat the Taiji Yuanshan Dan, he heard someone shout, your ancestor is here, and it's 5 of them. Sensing the aura, everyone who was resting hurriedly stood up. The 5 reverends and 2 elders had arrived. The 5 reverends were all very young and not as old as everyone had imagined. Leader, Palace Lord, a few of the elders shouted in shock. It was actually the leader himself. It was obvious that the situation was not ordinary. The leaders and the Flying Dragon Palace's hall masters all looked very young, but they were all revered ancestors' cultivations. What the hell is going on? An old man asked. Why is there such a situation? The heaven and earth gate has completely opened. This sort of thing has never happened before. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? The 6 divine sects said, we are also not sure, so we came here personally to take a look. This time, an unprecedented situation has indeed occurred in the Myriad Tao Mausoleum. Maybe it is because of this, but the Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable is still in the Flying Dragon Pagoda. Quote, Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable is doing everything possible to obtain power through the Flying Dragon Experience Place. It should be related to entering the Myriad Tao Mausoleum. Therefore, we do not know if it is safe to enter the Myriad Tao Mausoleum now. Please wait patiently outside, we will go in first to investigate. The Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect said. Everyone nodded their heads in agreement. Given the current situation, they didn't dare to go in the same way. The 5 giants turned into several streaks of light and flew into the endless darkness inside the heaven and earth door. Not long after they entered, Chen Shang suddenly shouted out, there's a dragon demon. He was extremely familiar with this aura. It was the extremely strong aura that Chen Shang had sensed in the depths of Dragon Devil Dead Land that day. It's the Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable. The Bat Super Venerable cried out. When the Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable appeared, everyone immediately sank into fear. However, they could only see a black astral wind suddenly blowing towards them, and then rushing towards the heaven and earth door. Gone. One of the old men was covered in cold sweat. The moment Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable appeared, they felt as if doomsday had arrived. Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable has entered the Myriad Tao Mausoleum, but there is still a large group of dragon demons around. They have been here since a long time ago. Chen Shang said, prepare for battle. If we cannot win, we can only enter the Myriad Tao Mausoleum. Chapter 2850. These dragon demons came prepared, and it was not only the Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable that was powerful, there were also other dragon demons who were extremely terrifying. If not, the Dragon Devil Deadland would not have suffered so much at that time. From the looks of it, humans had lost that battle back then. Many powerful ancestors of the human race had died, and the Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable was only sealed. Right now, the Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable had already broken through the seal and was nurturing a large number of powerful dragon demons. No one could sense the aura of the dragon demon, but they all thought that Chen Shang was lying to them. However, what happened next was that they believed it. Indeed, a large group of people suddenly appeared. These people all had a black dragon head staff in their hands. Could it be that this was brought here by Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable when he came here earlier? How exactly did Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable and the rest come here? Transmission array has always been the Great Elder suddenly understood. Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable and the rest had occupied the transmission array for a period of time, and during that period of time, the transmission array had been enveloped by a dense amount of dragon magic poison. It was very likely that Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable and the group of dragon demons had teleported here during that period of time, and were waiting for the heaven and earth door to open. How strong are these guys? Chen Shang asked. At this time, the number of dragon demons that appeared increased to 100,000. They all looked like humans. The power of the dragon demons are all very strong, especially the most powerful ones. Bat Super Venerable said, we have too few people on our side, we are not their match. Chen Zhang's side only had more than 2,000 people, but the number of dragon demons on their side was as high as 100,000. Can we really not beat them? Chen Shang had already discovered a few late period of Tai Zun realm dragon demons. There were many with this cultivation. Among the 100,000 dragon demons, there were a few hundred late-stage supreme dragon demons. This power was not something that Chen Shang and his 2,000 men could withstand. We can't escape, let's enter the Myriad Tao Mausoleum. At least there are 5 powerful ancestors inside. An elder shouted, now, we can only enter the Myriad Tao Mausoleum. The Myriad Tao Mausoleum's gate of heaven and earth was wide open. There were no dragon demons in that direction, and there were also dragon demons that covered the sky and the earth from all other directions. Hurry up and enter the gate of heaven and earth, otherwise it'll be too late. A great elder suddenly made a decision and shouted as he rushed towards the heaven and earth gate. If they were to hesitate any longer, the dragon demons would surround them and lead them in every direction. When everyone saw that large group of dragon demons, they had already lost all will to fight. The difference in strength was too great. No matter how hard they fought, it would still be difficult to beat them. The past few years after the Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable was sealed, you have become much smarter. Lin Jishan laughed, he was not afraid at all. I don't know how it is inside the Myriad Dao Mausoleum now. It won't be as safe as it was in the past. Bat Super Venerable said, don't be so optimistic. The group ran very fast, and soon they entered the heaven and earth door. When they got close, they could see that there was a large amount of black fog inside the heaven and earth door. It was this black fog that covered everything in it. Everyone, be careful, the Myriad Dao Mausoleum might not be as safe as it was in the past. When you go in, you must definitely be with your own team, an old man shouted. Everyone had already arrived in front of the black fog. Many people had already dove headfirst into the black mist. Chen Shang, Lin Jishan and the Bat Super Venerable looked at each other for a moment, then rushed in as well. There are a large number of evil souls, be careful. This was Chen Zhang's voice. He was the most sensitive to evil soul, so the moment he entered the black mist, he could immediately feel it. Everyone quickly passed through the black fog and arrived at a very spacious stone room. The stone room was lit up by a dim light. Upon closer inspection, they could see that there were many night light stones at the top of the stone room, but they were all hidden by the dark evil soul. Chen Shang counted the times and everyone smoothly came in, no one was in danger within the black fog. And recently, many late-stage overlord elders all set up enchantments, and then used their abilities to kill all the evil souls inside. It took less than an hour for dozens of overlords to take action together to solve the problem. When people were puzzled, the dragon demons outside didn't come in. Those dragon demons didn't come in. What's going on? Chen Shang was very suspicious. Many people had the same idea, and some of them already walked towards the back. After trying it out, they realized that they could still go out. The dragon demons haven't come in yet. They've already sealed off our escape route. An old man came in and said, what exactly are these dragon demons doing? Do we have to be trapped here? Myriad Dao Mausoleum is so weird, it wasn't like this the last time we came in. A middle-aged man surveyed his surroundings. This extremely spacious stone room had already become very bright, as though it was day. The stone room was empty. There was nothing inside, and there was no door. He didn't know how to proceed. How did you come in before? Chen Shang asked. He used the Dao Heart Eye to look around, but didn't find anything else. When we came in before, there were many tunnels, and every tunnel was very wide. There were many doors on both sides of the tunnel, and those doors were tomb chambers with many things hidden inside. In short, there are many tunnels. Just as the man finished speaking, he suddenly heard a rumbling sound. The stone chamber began to shake, and then two wide tunnels appeared. There were only two tunnels on the stone wall, unlike what the man had said earlier, there were many more. However, these two tunnels were very wide, allowing more than 10 people to walk side by side. The two tunnels also had many branches and stone rooms. Yes, that's it. That person shouted in shock, why have you only appeared now? This is our familiar Myriad Dao Mausoleum, there shouldn't be any changes inside, right? Everyone can go in and check, you must be careful. An elder said as he and a few other elders walked quickly towards one of the tunnels. Chen Shang, Lin Jishan and the Bat Super Venerable rushed towards another passage, but Bat Super Venerable and Lin Jishan were blocked outside. Only Chen Shang could enter. What's going on? We can't even get in. Lin Jishan was very surprised. Chen Shang, come out and take a look. Chen Shang walked out, but did not encounter any obstructions. Change it. Then, they walked into a passage at the side. This time, both he and Lin Jishan could smoothly enter. But when Chen Shang walked in, he was obstructed by a force. When it stopped him, the force released a weak power of space. Chapter 2851. After Chen Shang was stopped, he tried to use the white tiger to jump in, but to no avail. Strange, are there any restrictions on the passage? Chen Shang frowned, you two are both from the Taizun realm, so you are able to enter this passage. The previous few seniors are also from the Taizun realm, and I am from the 6 god stage, so I am restricted from entering. The great elder walked over and tried the two tunnels. Indeed, there was one that he could not enter. One of these two passages is for Taizun realm S and below to enter, the other passage requires the cultivation of Taizun realm. The great clan elder said, Chen Shang, looks like you can't be with them anymore. Take the 6 gods stage passage. Alright, I'll be fine by myself. Chen Shang nodded his head, although he was regretful, but he could not do anything about it. Just like this, Chen Shang entered the passage by himself. After entering, he saw many forks in the road, but he did not enter any of them. Many people were the same as him. They did not choose the fork in the path and kept walking, wanting to reach the end before making a decision. Chen Shang was walking at the front. He walked the fastest, but he did not expect to see a few law beads scattered on the ground. Is this the benefit of being in front? Chen Shang secretly laughed, and picked up those law beads. Although they were just fire rule beads, they still made him feel that there were treasures in Myriad Dao Mausoleum. This was the first time most of the 6 gods stage that followed behind him had entered, and they were also a little worried that there would be danger, so they did not dare to walk too fast, or take the lead. Therefore, they thought that Chen Shang was leading them to scout out the path. If he met with danger, there would definitely be some movement. At that time, they would also be able to react in time. There were a lot of people following behind Chen Shang, but they had also quickened their pace because they could sense a few weak auras of the law beads. This meant that there was a law beads in front. There were as many law beads and stones in the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. If Chen Shang walked in front, the people behind them would not be able to get anything right. In order to avoid being on the same path as others, some people started to choose other paths and forks. This way, when they met with good things, they would be on their own. Chen Shang had picked up quite a few law beads along the way, but they were all not good law beads. For example, it was easy to get hold of fire rule beads or water law beads. Just as he was at a loss, he suddenly felt a weak breath of life. He saw a small pile of things emitting a faint green light in front of him. He quickly walked over and saw that it was a small pile of green pearls. There were more than 100 of them. From the dense life force, there was no doubt that they were law beads. There were actually 100 of them. The life law beads was also one of the rare life law beads. 100 of them required hundreds of billions of life law beads to obtain. I've earned big. Chen Shang immediately picked it up, and the moment he did, a group of people came over. Chen Shang, quickly put it down. Zhao Kungsan saw Chen Shang holding onto a large pile of life law beads, and immediately shouted. Seeing that they had arrived, Chen Shang kept the law beads and then laughed. First come first served, who told you to walk so slowly? It's all mine. You have to give us at least half of what you see, otherwise you won't be able to leave here alive. Zhao Kungsan and the rest had a lot of people. With 10 of them, there were 6 or 7 in the late stage of 6 gods stage. These people were all disciples of Zhao clan and were not weak. If they were to attack together, Chen Shang would definitely not be able to defeat them. Zhao Kungsan, are you trying to steal it? I will remember that right now. I do not have the strength, so I cannot do anything to you. However, once I have enough strength, I will definitely make you pay the price. Quote. Chen Shang sneered, and then immediately leapt toward a fork in the road. After a few continuous teleportations, he disappeared. Zhao Kungsan shouted, quickly chase, this guy has over 100 life law beads in his hands. That's the equivalent of 1 trillion life law beads. We must definitely obtain them. When they came in, Chen Shang knew that they had to be wary of humans in the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. He just didn't think that they would encounter this kind of thing so soon. Chen Shang used teleportation. His speed was extremely fast, and very quickly, he left Zhao Kungsan and the others behind. Furthermore, there were still many forks in the road in front of him. At his speed, Zhao Kungsan and the rest wouldn't be able to catch him. There were many tunnels inside that were complicated. Although Chen Shang was walking randomly around inside, he would leave behind his mark so that he could remember the way back. There are many stone chambers, but they are very difficult to open and cannot be entered by teleportation. What is going on? Chen Shang saw hundreds of stone rooms on the way, but he could not enter one at all. Oh right, use the Dao crystal. Chen Shang had previously heard that the Myriad Dao Mausoleum required a large amount of Dao crystal to obtain things. He came to the stone door of a stone room, but no matter how hard he tried, he could not see the place where the Dao crystal were placed. I have a divine sense, scout out. Chen Shang pressed his hand on the stone door and probed it with his divine sense, discovering that there was a very large storage space inside the stone door. Do I have to put the Dao crystal in this storage space? Chen Shang immediately began to place the Dao crystal into the storage space inside the stone door. He released 1 billion Dao crystal and the stone door opened. He quickly entered, but there was nothing inside, it was very bright. Chen Shang carefully observed the bright stone room. The stone room was not big, and could only fit 5 or 6 people. It was not a tomb, because he did not see any kind of sarcophagus. He wasted 1 billion Dao crystal. Chen Shang sighed, but just as he was about to go out, he suddenly heard someone say, "You are not with the Dao crystal, this stone room is of great help to you, of course, you need more Dao crystal to be of great use." Unexpectedly, someone was talking to him, causing Chen Shang to immediately become vigilant. "What the hell are you? Where is it?" Chen Shang took out the heavenly magic sword S and looked around. "Hee, I am Time Ghost, and this is my tomb, welcome." The voice chuckled. It sounded magnetic. Time Ghost. Chen Shang was puzzled. "When I was alive, I was a person who knew how to control the laws of time. Although I died, I could still control the laws of time, but only in this tomb, and I needed enough Dao crystal." The Time Ghost said. "Tell me the details." Chen Shang said. 1 billion Dao crystal, buy me 1 day. You will be staying here for 1 day, but outside, only 2 hours have passed. Time Ghost said, "If you need more time, this is a good opportunity for you. 1 billion a day, it doesn't seem too expensive." Chen Shang really needed this time, because he was only in the early stages of 6 God stage, and he would break through to the middle stages very soon. If he could step into the middle stage and meet Zhao Kungsan's group again, he wouldn't have to run anymore and would be able to fight against them directly. "Alright, I'll buy it for 10 days. Chen Shang said. Only 20 hours had passed outside of the 10 days. 10 days was not a long time for Chen Shang. He only needed to put 9 billion Dao crystal into the storage ring on that door. Chapter 2852. When Chen Shang was outside the myriad Dao mausoleum, he had already refined a Taiji Yuanshan Dan. That Taiji Yuanshan Dan, before he even had the chance to eat it, had already experienced a series of events. After eating the Taiji Yuanshan Dan, Chen Shang took out the Taiji Yuanshan Dan's medicinal ingredients and refined them at the same time. He was worried that the Taiji Yuanshan Dan was not enough for him to step into the middle stage of 6 God stage, so he had to make preparations. Sure enough, after he refined the Taiji Yuanshan Dan, he had not reached the middle stage of 6 God stage yet. Now, he could only continue refining the Taiji Yuanshan Dan. Refining a Taiji Yuanshan Dan would require around 10 days of time, and refining it after eating it would only require around a day. At that time, he would have to put in 1 billion Dao crystal to buy another day's time. 10 days passed, and after Chen Shang finished refining the Taiji Yuanshan Dan, he spent 1 billion to buy another day. Then, he ate the Taiji Yuanshan Dan and began to refine it. In only half a day's time, the medicinal power had been completely refined by him and he smoothly stepped into the middle stage of 6 God stage. "Zhao Kungsan, just you wait, don't let me meet you." Chen Shang laughed coldly in his heart. "You've already broken through. Your pill techniques are not bad. Did you use the heavenly alchemy?" Time Ghost asked. "Yes, how did you know?" Chen Shang said. He had been busy these past few days and did not have time to talk to the Time Ghost. "I can see that. The heavenly alchemy is very powerful, but it is very hard to understand the complete version of the novel in the end." Time Ghost sighed. "I heard that the time it takes to refine a complete heavenly alchemy is very scary. I know that there is a stone wall in the myriad Dao mausoleum. Inside the stone wall, there is the last part of the heavenly alchemy." Chen Shang said. "Time Ghost, do you know where the stone wall is?" "Of course I know, I'm right in the middle of the myriad Dao mausoleum. But your current strength is too weak, it would be very difficult for you to reach there. You just need to pick up things on these small paths," the Time Ghost said. "Oh right, Time Ghost seems to be in a strange state." "What's going on?" Chen Shang asked again. "The main thing is that the Ghost Emperor has woken up. Many little ghosts are going to attend the Ghost Emperor's banquet." Time Ghost's words made Chen Zhang's hair stand on end. "What Ghost Emperor?" Chen Shang looked around. "Are you really a ghost?" "Of course not. But I do have a body, it's just that my body is sealed, and I need a certain amount of Dao crystal S to undo the seal." Time Ghost laughed. "There are no ghosts here, most of the people here are human, it's just that they are very powerful humans. We are equivalent to being imprisoned here, sealed away, and unable to leave the myriad Dao mausoleum ever again." Quote. "Is this true?" Chen Shang was in disbelief. "How come I've never heard such a thing before?" "That's because no one has ever met me. If they had entered any other tomb, they wouldn't have said so much." Time Ghost said, there are so many tombs, only I can communicate with humans. The other tombs have all fallen asleep and do not know when they will wake up, but I am different. I have so much time, I will never die. What nonsense, why are you sealed here? Are you a great devil? Chen Shang asked again. Right now, he still had a bit of time, so he wanted to talk some more with the Time Ghost. I am a good person, but I was following the wrong boss. My boss was also imprisoned here because of failure. The Time Ghost sighed, my boss is the Ghost Emperor that I mentioned before. Everyone calls him that now. In that case, your boss is very strong. However, if you lose in a battle with someone else, you will be imprisoned, and his little brother will be in trouble as well. Chen Shang said. Yes, that's right. Time Ghost laughed bitterly, this is the only thing we can do for now, and those people who locked us up would occasionally give us some fun. They would open the door and let people from the outside come in to relieve our boredom. To relieve our boredom, do you want to kill for fun? That's not good. Chen Shang frowned. I heard that there are many evil souls here, how did they come here? There are several areas within the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. The area that the evil soul is located in is where all imprisoned heinous demons are imprisoned, and the people that are locked up in this area are all people like me. There are also a few other places where some vicious fellows are imprisoned, those who are sent in will die without a doubt. The Time Ghost said, but you don't have to worry. The tunnels that you have come through this time are all safe. This time, it was very obvious what happened in Myriad Dao Mausoleum. Dragon Devil Emperor Venerable and a few other leaders came in, but no one knew where they went. So it's safe here. Chen Shang was worried that something dangerous would suddenly appear. It should be safe, not to mention our boss just woke up. Things from other areas wouldn't come here to cause trouble, so you should be at ease here to pick things up. The Time Ghost said. Oh right, where is the Heavenly Alchemy's stone wall? You must know. Tell me quickly, I want to take a look. Although the Time Ghost said that he was too weak, Chen Shang still wanted to try because he had the invisibility technique and the spatial energy. Alright, if you want to get to the middle, it's very simple, you can go by the biggest road. The Time Ghost said, you should know what the biggest road is. Got it. Chen Shang nodded his head, then I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye. The Heavenly Alchemy stone wall are in the middle of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, and the Myriad Dao Mausoleum is the most chaotic place. The Time Ghost said again. Yes, I will be careful. Chen Shang opened the stone door and went outside. Right now, he did not know if it was only a day outside. The time he had to enter the Myriad Dao Mausoleum was limited, so he was willing to spend 10 billion to buy 10 days. After walking out, Chen Shang returned. He wanted to go through the biggest passage which led to the middle of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. Chen Shang quickly returned to the tunnel. On the way, he was extremely safe, and he did not meet Zhao Kungsan and the others, which made him feel a little disappointed. Right now, he had already stepped into the middle stage of 6 God stage, so he was not afraid of Zhao Kungsan. The last stage of the Heavenly Alchemy, I'm coming. Chen Shang stepped onto the main road and sprinted forward. After running for 2 hours, he suddenly heard the sounds of a battle from the front. He had long since become invisible so as to not be discovered by the people in front of him. He slowed down so that his breathing would not leak out and be sensed by the people in front of him. A battle was going on in front of them, and it was going to be very intense. Booms and explosions rang out one after another, and waves of energy rushed out like a violent storm. This passageway is really sturdy. It's not damaged at all even with this kind of fighting style. When Chen Shang approached, he heard Zhao Kungsan's voice. Was actually fighting with someone else. Chen Shang was surprised, but when he thought about Zhao Kungsan's character, he did not find it strange. Chapter 2853. When Chen Shang approached, he didn't expect that the ones fighting would be the Yuan Shi Dao School's disciples, which meant it was Ji Yu Qingtian, the 5 young genius disciples the Morong brothers, Zhao Yunchao, and Liang Jinjin. Zhao Kungsan, you are all dignified disciples of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. To enter such a despicable place, it would be akin to killing someone and stealing their possessions. Ji Yu Qingtian scolded. There were only 5 people on his side, but Zhao Kungsan and his group only had a little more than 10 people, their abilities far exceeded Ji Yu Qingtian and the rest. Didn't these guys know to be on guard when they came in? If you can't beat him, you can run. They were all injured. If they continued to fight, they would only end up getting killed by Zhao Kungsan in the end. It's all of you who refused a toast to a drink. You had to hand over the flight rule beads, yet you refused to hand it over. You are courting death. Who can you blame? Zhao Kungsan still argued back and forth while laughing sinisterly. He and a few late-stage 6 gods stage did not participate in the battle and only watched from the side. Also, you guys have a pretty good relationship with this Chen Shang guy, so no matter what, you won't be able to escape today. Rest assured, I will definitely send Chen Shang to accompany all of you. Quote. Hearing this, the anger in Chen Zhang's heart surged. He anxiously rushed over, stealthily came behind Zhao Kungsan, took out his heavenly magic sword, and hacked towards Zhao Kungsan and the rest. With a swoosh, Chen Shang quietly swept out with his sword. In the blink of an eye, 5-1 days passed. The head fell to the ground, blood flowing out from its neck. Chen Zhang's sneak attack succeeded. 5 of the late-stage 6 gods stage S had their heads chopped off by him, but Zhao Kungsan's head did not fall down, because he seemed to have a very strong defensive treasure, blocking the sword chi that Chen Shang had chopped at him. Zhao Kungsan was originally enjoying watching the show, but then he was suddenly drenched in blood all over. He suddenly looked around, only to see that the heads of the few late-stage 6 gods stage S beside him had all been chopped off. The people who were fighting with Jiyu Qingtian and the others also noticed the situation, and just as they were about to come over, they realized that there were water vines under their feet, wrapping around them, preventing them from moving. The 6 god stage that attacked Jiyu Qingtian was only at the early stage. Chen Shang was already at the middle stage of the 6 god stage, so dealing with these people was still very easy. Seeing these enemies in front of him being unable to move, although Jiyu Qingtian was also extremely terrified, but his heart was more filled with rage. He suddenly waved the long blade in his hand, aimed at a single person, and cut them into 2. Seeing that, Murong Jin and the rest also took action, killing all the people who surrounded them. Zhao Kungsan was stupefied, his heart was filled with fear. Just when he was about to capture Jiyu Qingtian and the rest, he did not expect such a strange thing to happen. Chen Shang had already brandished his heavenly magic sword, and with an extremely fast speed, pierced towards Zhao Kungsan, in an attempt to kill him. But who knew that when his heavenly magic sword pierced towards Zhao Kungsan, it was blocked by an extremely strong force. Zhao Kungsan. Jiyu Qingtian's eyes were also red as he rushed towards Zhao Kungsan. Zhao Kungsan reacted. He did not know what he did, but his body suddenly flickered with an extremely strong white light, and after a few moments the white light disappeared, and Zhao Kungsan followed the white light and disappeared. What's going on? Where are you? Jiyu Qingtian was about to get close to him, but Zhao Kungsan suddenly disappeared. Chen Shang never thought that Zhao Kungsan would have so many defensive divine tools on his body. The last time he fought with Zhao Kungsan, he had never seen Zhao Kungsan use these divine tools before. Could it be that this fellow's seniors were worried that he would die and so they asked him to bring a lot of defensive divine tools with him? Chen Shang closed his eyes, sensing the remnant spatial fluctuations. A moment ago, a divine artifact on Zhao Kungsan's body activated the spatial energy, teleporting him away. I really didn't expect there to be such a spatial divine artifact. It can teleport us for a short period of time at a critical moment and avoid danger. Chen Shang had already sensed Zhao Kungsan and immediately teleported there. Zhao Kungsan was in a fork in the road, gasping for breath. He used the escaping divine equipment, consuming a large amount of Dao energy. His body was extremely tired. He did not expect that he would run into the few dangers of the myriad Dao mausoleum, and he could feel the killing intent just now. This is really strange. I almost succeeded, and I ended up getting involved in something like this. Zhao Kungsan ruthlessly smashed on the wall, only to discover that his fist had been caught. This scared Zhao Kungsan and made him shout out loud. Zhao Kungsan, I never thought you would be afraid too. Chen Shang laughed, and revealed his true form. Seeing that it was Chen Shang, Zhao Kungsan immediately understood what had happened just now. It was actually Chen Shang who did it. Chen Shang. At this time, Zhao Kungsan acted like he had seen a ghost. He knew that the enmity he had with Chen Shang was something that he had chased after and killed after him ever since he entered the myriad Dao mausoleum. He did not expect Chen Shang to have made a breakthrough. Zhao Kungsan had already been unable to defeat Chen Shang previously, so there was no need to mention the fact that he had already achieved a breakthrough. That's right, it's me. Your entire team has been wiped out and you're the only one left. Don't you feel lonely? Chen Shang laughed, and suddenly used all of his strength to shatter Zhao Kungsan's fist. Zhao Kungsan screamed in pain. He hated the person in front of him the most and wanted to kill him the most, but now he had fallen into his opponent's hands and was being ravaged. Don't kill me, I don't want to die, let me go, I'm wrong, I'm just trash, I'm just an animal, don't lower yourself to me. Zhao Kungsan could clearly see the situation at hand, and anxiously begged for mercy. You've targeted me time and time again. How can I just let you go like this? Chen Shang gave Zhao Kungsan a few slaps with his palms, causing his face to turn red and swollen black. Zhao Kungsan screamed in pain again and again, and scolded in a sinister manner, Chen Shang, you shall die a horrible death. Our Zhao clan has an ancestor, if I die, he will definitely find you and help me take revenge. Don't worry, if he comes to me for revenge, he will be the same as you right now. He will be captured by me, beaten up, then killed. Chen Shang mocked a few times, then punched and kicked Zhao Kungsan again. Zhao Kungsan was extremely mischievous and could not bear the suffering. After being ravaged by Chen Shang like this, he obediently handed over many Dao crystal, as well as the things they obtained from entering. There are only tens of billions of Dao crystal, that's too little. In Chen Zhang's eyes, this was indeed very rare, but to the disciples of many families, it was an extremely large number. Chen Shang, you bastard! Zhao Kungsan spat out a mouthful of blood and cursed, I'll give you one last chance, if you kill me, you will die a horrible death. Once I die, I will use one of my life's divine tools to teleport what you have done to me to my Zhao clan's elder. Quote. Chapter 2854. Earlier, Chen Shang had discovered that Zhao Kungsan had indeed fused with a pretty good spatial divine tool, which possessed spatial strength. It had been in a state of activity since a moment ago, so what Zhao Kungsan said should be true. I think that you have already passed it down to the elders of your Zhao clan. Chen Shang sneered, he had a rather good understanding of these spatial divine tools. No, when Zhao Kungsan was speaking, his eyes flickered, clearly, he was speaking. Since I have beat you up so badly, even if I let you go, your Zhao clan will not rest until we are dead. I might as well just get rid of you. Chen Shang laughed, walk well, I will send you on your way. When Zhao Kungsan saw that Chen Zhang's killing intent was set in stone, his body shook and trembled violently. The fear of death was extremely scary to him. Just as Zhao Kungsan wanted to shout, Chen Zhang's quick sword had already slashed over, the heavenly magic sword that was releasing divine fire cut him into pieces with a shua sound. Looks like I won't be able to go to Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect in the future. Fine, if this trip of Myriad Dao Mausoleum goes smoothly, I don't need to stay in Divine Wasteland at all. Chen Shang missed his family and friends in the natural law world a lot. After killing Zhao Kungsan, he rushed back to the main road. He wanted to go to the middle of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum to take a look at the Heavenly Alchemy Stonewall's techniques. Returning back to the largest passage, Chen Shang sped up his footsteps and rushed forward madly. The center of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum made him very curious, especially because there was a Heavenly Alchemy stone wall there, and the last part of the Heavenly Alchemy was on the stone wall. Although the last step was extremely difficult to learn, Chen Shang still wanted to take a look. However, as he was running, he was suddenly startled by an extremely strong spatial wave. When he came to the Divine Wasteland, he very rarely met with spatial energy of this level. This was a very strong power of space. After Chen Shang was enveloped by the power of space, a flash of white light appeared in front of him, and then he arrived at a place filled with trees. Where is this place? Chen Shang took in a deep breath. The air inside was unexpectedly very fresh, possessing the smell of nature. It didn't seem like a dead Myriad Dao Mausoleum at all. It was surrounded by evergreen ancient tree. The tree trunk was huge, and there were many vines wrapped around it. There were many complex and thick roots wrapped around the tree, causing it to look very old. Originally, he was in the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, but he suddenly came to a forest, which made Chen Shang puzzled. The weather was good, and the sun shone in, brightening up the forest. When Chen Shang was looking around, he sensed auras coming from all directions, so he immediately walked over quickly. In order to ensure his safety, he used invisibility. What surprised him was that he was not the only one who entered this place, many other 6 God Stages were also present. He saw a few 6 God Stage disciples present, who were also Zhao Clan's. Could it be that all of the 6 God Stage have come here? Just like me, they also sensed an aura. Chen Shang asked curiously, as he quickly rushed to the place where the qi was being released. Soon, he arrived. What was emitting his aura was a large black box. This box was located in a spacious area in the forest. At this time, many people were near the big box, and they were all from 4 great divine sects and his people. All of them were at 6 God stages level of cultivation. Everyone was discussing in low voices. They were all extremely surprised to be suddenly here. What was the reason that caused this? None of them knew. My friends, you have come from far away to participate in this game. Thank you very much. A voice came from mid-air, but Chen Shang could not see nor sense any of the people, so he did not sense it, but the person who spoke was powerful and had transmitted over here from another space. Who are you? A big fellow shouted. We are returning to the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. This is the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, but you have moved to a different area. Welcome to the abyssal blue profound sea in the middle of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. This is a small island on the abyssal blue profound sea. The voice laughed. As long as you participate in this game, it is possible to obtain a large number of Dao crystal, the most you can get is 1 trillion. Is this true? The big man asked happily. But the condition is that everyone has to participate. If anyone refuses to participate, you must kill that person. You can just call me Lan Hong Dao Priest. The voice of the Lan Hong Dao Priest was very kind, and also laughed, giving off a sense of righteousness. Right, there's still one more person hiding here. Hurry up and get him out, otherwise the game will not start. The Lan Hong Dao Priest said again. The person Lan Hong Dao Priest was talking about was Chen Shang. Suddenly coming to this damned place, what game was he going to participate in? In order to understand what was going on, he had to appear. Seeing that someone had suddenly appeared, everyone could not help but take a deep breath. It was Chen Shang, and they did not know it. There were many people who recognized Chen Shang, especially the people from Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. Alright, now that everyone's here, let's begin. There are many holes in the black box, so you guys can reach into the hole and grab a bead. When you guys get the bead, I'll tell you guys what to do next. The Lan Hong Dao Priest said. Everyone immediately walked over and surrounded the large black box. They reached into the small hole inside and pulled out a purple bead. There were a total of 1,300 people. Everyone was in an orderly manner and they all quickly obtained a small purple bead. Alright, I'll tell you the rules of the game now. The purple pearls that you have obtained have all fused with you. Once you all die, the pearls will become ownerless pearls. Lan Hong Dao Priest said, when these purple pearls are complete, their color will change into black and white. There are only 13 black of them, the rest are all white. If he killed the person holding the black pearl and took it, he would be able to obtain the 100 billion Dao crystal. Those who have the black pearl cannot kill their own kind. Those who have the black pearl are your own kind. Of course, if you kill a person with a white bead and get their ownerless white bead, you can earn 1 billion Dao crystal in exchange. The more you kill, the more you get. Quote. Hearing the rules of the Lan Hong Dao Priest, everyone's heart shook. They actually wanted to kill each other. What if I don't kill him? Chen Shang said. It doesn't matter if you don't kill them. You can leave here in a month anyway. If you don't want to kill them, you can choose to hide and wait until the game ends. The Lan Hong Dao Priest laughed. How many Dao crystal you can obtain in this game all depends on you guys. Now I will begin to change the color of the purple pearls in your hands. After Lan Hong Dao Priest finished speaking, the purple pearl in everyone's hands suddenly flashed with red light, and after the red light disappeared, the color changed. Chen Shang looked at the pearl in his hand, and actually emitted waves of strange black light. Even though he was tightly holding it in his hand, the black pearl kept emitting black light, and he was unable to place it inside his storage space in Divine Sense C. Chapter 2855. There were only 13 people who had obtained the black beads. The black beads in their hands shone with a black light, and it was quickly remembered by someone. Hee, don't throw away the pearl in your hands. The person who finds it can track the owner of the pearl based on its location. This is very dangerous. The Lan Hong Dao Priest laughed. Bastard. Chen Shang couldn't help but curse in a low voice as he stuffed the bead back into his clothes, yet it still flickered with a black light. To his surprise, even if he went into stealth, the bead would still be able to glow with that strange black light. Chen Shang did not participate in the game for the sake of the Dao crystal. He did not lack Dao crystal now. He just wanted to return to the passageway quickly and head towards the middle of Myriad Dao Mausoleum. How could he have known that this game had such lousy rules, letting a large group of people chase after him? At this time, those who had obtained the black pearl were all feeling the same as Chen Shang, extremely angry. Other than Chen Shang, the others who had the black pearl were all very worried. The game starts now. Why aren't you running away from the black pearl? Are you waiting for death here? Seeing that no one was moving, the Lan Hong Dao priest hurried them. Just when everyone was indifferent, a middle-aged man suddenly appeared in front of an old man with a black bead in the blink of an eye. Just when everyone was indifferent, a middle-aged man suddenly moved in front of an old man with a black bead in the blink of an eye. He picked it up. 1. Ben, read. The novel's Black Pearl said, I have already obtained a black pearl, where is my Dao crystal? Just as he finished speaking, the black pearl disappeared and an storage bag appeared in his hand. There is indeed 100 billion, haha, the middle-aged man laughed maniacally and immediately charged towards the other people with black beads in their hands. Then, some of the greedy people also started to kill. This guy is from Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, the person he killed just now is from Heaven's Mandate Divine Sects. Everyone must be careful, don't offend the other divine sects. It was unknown who was the person who spoke, but in short, it was someone with a white bead in his hand. They were considered the safest. Chen Shang realized that the people who received the black pearl were not weak. Seeing the group of greedy fellows rushing towards them, they all jumped and ran in different directions. Of course, they remembered these people who wanted to kill them. After the game was over, if they were still alive, they would definitely not let this bunch of white pearl people who wanted to kill them get away. Chen Shang was the fastest as he left this place after a few moves. However, he discovered that the black pearl was extremely strange and was continuously releasing aura fluctuations. It was clear that it was attracting people over here and he was unable to hide it at all. Chen Shang held the black pearl in his hand, and could clearly feel the movement of the white pearl. At this time a few people rushed towards him. If these people want to kill me, then I won't be polite. No matter who they are, as long as they want to kill me, they will be killed. Chen Shang took out the heavenly magic sword, but he was not invisible at the moment, so even invisibility was useless. The black pearl on his body continued to flash with a black light. That bastard Lan Hong Dao priest wants to kill me. Please don't let me meet you. Chen Shang really hated the people who planned this game. Originally, he wanted to hurry up and head to the middle of Myriad Dao Mausoleum, but this guy suddenly pulled him here to play this deadly game. Chen Shang was not afraid of battle. There were many in the late stage of Six Gods stage here, but they were nothing to the current him, because his cultivation was at the middle stage of Six Gods stage and he had opened up all the profound doors, so even if he did not go all out, killing those in the late stage of Six Gods stage would not be a problem. It's from Zhao clan. Chen Shang recognized him instantly. The guy raised by the Zhao clan is that greedy. When Chen Shang saw that the other party had disappeared, he immediately teleported over. The man was shocked, and immediately became alert. But Chen Shang actually appeared behind him, and by the time he had reacted to it, he had already been cut in half by Chen Zhang's heavenly magic sword. Bastard, you want to kill this old man? Enter. Chapter 2856. Chen Shang was not easy to kill, and everyone knew about this. That was why the people from the Zhao clan went forward and thought that with just a few people, they could kill Chen Shang, but they didn't expect that Chen Shang was already in the middle stage of the Six God stage, making dealing with them easy. With the Black Pearl, he would attract many greedy people. Chen Shang no longer planned to hide everywhere, but decided to stay here and wait for the person who wanted to kill him. Only the Six God stage would be teleported here. As long as there were no Taizun Realm Chen Shang would be fearless. Even if the Taizun Realm attacked him, he would be able to escape. And for those of the late stage of Six God stage, there would only be death. Greed could make people take risks. Many people would bet that they could kill the person who had the Black Pearl and earn billions of Dao Crystal. But, most of these people were dead, and were all killed by Chen Shang. As long as the other people with the Black Pearl could sense that someone was nearby, they would immediately flee. It was very difficult to find them. But Chen Shang was different. Chen Shang was just waiting at one place, killing as many as he came. The middle-aged Zhao clan who had obtained hundreds of billions of Dao Crystal was also killed by Chen Shang. Most people did not know that it was Chen Shang. They only knew that it was someone with a Black Pearl who could obtain 1 trillion after killing the beast, but it was already too late when they got close. The moment Chen Shang discovered that someone was approaching, that person would be deemed to be the one who came to kill him. The slaughter game had finally ended, and the forest had experienced many battles, but it seemed so quiet. Many people were killed here, but the forest still looked lively, as if the dead could bring life to the forest. Chen Shang had killed a total of 300 white bead people, and all of them were here to kill him. He did not know what kind of sect they were from, but whoever came to kill him would definitely die. In this game, he was undoubtedly the biggest winner, with a total of 400 billion Dao crystal. The game is over. You can go back now. Lan Hong Dao priest laughed out loud. You guys should be enjoying yourselves. If there's a chance next time, I'll invite you guys to participate in the competition. Goodbye. Everyone was elated as they waited for the transmission to complete. After a while, a white light flashed from their bodies and was sucked away by the power of space. Chen Shang felt the power of the spatial energy and suspected that the Lan Hong Dao priest was controlling the power of spatial energy. Lan Hong Dao priest's strength was actually this strong. His control over the use of spatial energy had also reached an extremely high realm. However, just when Chen Shang thought that he could return to the main road, he realized that he was on an even smaller island. There could only be one house on this island, and he could see it all in one glance. There wasn't even anything on the bare island, so Chen Shang shouted, Lan Hong Dao priest, didn't you say that you can let me go back now? How did you get me here? When they came here before, Lan Hong Dao priest had said that this place was called the unique blue profound sea. Chen Shang looked around at the deep blue ocean surface of the ocean and thought that this place was indeed very strange, but it was definitely within Myriad Dao Mausoleum. They can go back, but you can't. The voice of the Lan Hong Dao priest appeared behind his body. Chen Shang turned around and saw an old man with blue hair, blue robe and blue beard. Seeing Lan Hong Dao priest, Chen Shang couldn't help but jump in fright. This was the first time he had seen someone like this, especially those weird blue-haired, blue-bearded, blue brows, his eyes were blue. Chen Shang felt that this Lan Hong Dao priest might even have blue blood. You are Lan Hong Dao priest. What exactly did you bring me here for? Chen Shang asked. He could not see the cultivation level of the Lan Hong Dao priest, but he felt fear in his heart. Although the Lan Hong Dao priest looked strange, he was actually very strong. You little rascal, you're quite a good seed. I'm going to take you in as my disciple. Lan Hong Dao priest cackled, his laughter was crafty. What if I don't want to? Chen Shang did not have a good impression of the Lan Hong Dao priest. He must be an evil person to be able to create such a brutal scene like a killing game. If you don't want to, you have to die. I know very well what tricks you have up your sleeve, don't think you can escape. Lan Hong Dao priest snickered. What's so good about being your disciple? Chen Shang asked. Right now, I have a very important matter. I don't know if you can help me. There are definitely benefits. What important things do you have to do in this Myriad Dao Mausoleum? Don't tell me you're going to pick things up in here. Lan Hong Dao priest chuckled. As long as you acknowledge me as your master, sign a blood contract with me and become my disciple, I can give you anything you want. Was even more unwilling to acknowledge Yun Che as his master since they had to sign a blood contract. He had only intended to pretend to be his disciple in the first place before finding an opportunity to escape. I need to go to the center of Myriad Dao Mausoleum, there is a very precious thing there. Can you take me with you? If you can bring me there, it means that you have sufficient strength. That's why I am willing to be your disciple. Chen Shang guessed that the middle Myriad Dao Mausoleum was very scary. Sure enough, he saw Lan Hong Dao priest's expression change slightly, and he confirmed that Lan Hong Dao priest was extremely terrified of that place. About this, Lan Hong Dao priest hesitated. That place was truly dangerous for him. He himself had to consider it carefully, not to mention that he would need to bring Chen Shang along. What's important in there to get? Lan Hong Dao priest had seen Chen Zhang's methods before. With his cultivation, he could see through Chen Zhang's potential even more. So he knew that Chen Shang was very mysterious. There must be something in the Myriad Dao Mausoleum that was trying to attract Chen Shang. Lan Hong Dao priest had also been in Myriad Dao Mausoleum for a long time. He was very clear that many of the people who had just arrived did not understand much about the Myriad Dao Mausoleum and did not know about the mysterious and terrifying region in the middle of Myriad Dao Mausoleum. I don't know what my heavenly alchemy venerable ancestor left in there all those years ago, so I can only find out when we get there. I have the heavenly alchemy soul, so as long as I go there, I will be able to sense it. Chen Shang quickly made up a lie. Before, when the Lan Hong Dao priest was observing the battle, he had already felt the heavenly alchemy immortal power on Chen Zhang's body. At that time, he had also felt very surprised that there was actually someone who had fused the heavenly alchemy soul into their body. The people inside the Myriad Dao Mausoleum were rather familiar with the four great divine sects. After all, the four great divine sects had built a part of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum back then. Fine, I'll bring you there. Once you arrive, you will willingly acknowledge me as your master. Lan Hongdao priest considered for a moment before agreeing to Chen Zhang's request. Chen Shang nodded his head, a blue light flashed on Lan Hongdao priest's body, causing Chen Zhang's eyes to hurt from the blue light, his vision becoming completely blue. After the blue light disappeared, he looked around and actually returned to the wide passage. I hate this place. The Lan Hongdao priest snorted, then fiercely grabbed onto Chen Zhang's shoulders and said, I can bring you to the center of the competition very quickly. As long as you can get there, you will have to acknowledge me as your master. Chapter 2857. The Lan Hongdao priest grabbed Chen Zhang's shoulder tightly and used the power of space, wasting his time in this passage. It was just as Chen Shang had guessed before, the Lan Hongdao priest was able to use the extremely strong power of space. Just what is this guy's cultivation level? The use of the power of space has already reached the acme of perfection. Then, what kind of place was that strange blue profound sea from before? Chen Shang was confused. When Lan Hongdao priest brought Chen Shang on the journey, he did not forget to hide. Although Lan Hongdao priest was strong, he was still afraid of something here. Chen Shang could feel that after Lan Hongdao priest entered the tunnel, he seemed to be afraid of something. Could it be that he's worried about encountering danger entering the Myriad Dao Mausoleum? This fellow is so afraid to enter the heart of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, just why is he doing this? Chen Shang could only think that he did not get an answer. An hour later, the Lan Hongdao priest brought Chen Shang to the end of the passage. The lens of the passage was a white light screen, and it was clear that as long as they entered the light screen, they would be able to reach the center of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. Lan Hongdao priest stood in front of the light screen and did not immediately go in. It was as if he was making a difficult decision. What is it? Is there something in there that you're afraid of? Chen Shang laughed. Isn't the power of space very strong? Logically speaking, you shouldn't have to be afraid of anything. Quote. Humph. Lan Hongdao priest felt Chen Zhang's contempt for him and felt extremely uncomfortable in his heart. After he let out a cold snort, he brought Chen Shang and stepped into the white light curtain. After entering the white light screen, Chen Shang immediately heard the chirping of birds. It was extremely lively. What appeared in front of him was not a dark and gloomy scene, but a garden with hundreds of flowers blooming in the sun. There were many birds perched on the branches of the trees, cheerfully jumping, and there were many colorful and beautiful flowers under the trees. Is this the center of Myriad Dao Mausoleum? Chen Shang found it hard to believe that the center of this mysterious and terrifying Myriad Dao Mausoleum was actually such a beautiful scenery. Not bad, you can acknowledge me as your master now, the Lan Hongdao priest said. But, I have yet to confirm if this is the middle of Myriad Dao Mausoleum. Chen Shang said, maybe it was you who brought me into some space. How easy it is for you to use space so well. Quote. Why would I lie to you? This is the center of Myriad Dao Mausoleum, although it looks beautiful, but here it's very scary. Lan Hongdao priest said, hurry up and acknowledge me as your master. Just as he finished speaking, Chen Shang had suddenly disappeared. Chen Shang used all of his spatial energy and discovered that he was actually unable to teleport, but he was still able to escape at an extremely fast speed. Seeing Chen Shang running away, Lan Hongdao priest immediately scolded him and chased after him. Chen Shang suddenly understood what the Lan Hongdao priest was afraid of, because teleportation was not allowed in this place. It was the energy that the Lan Hongdao priest relied on the most. He never thought that Chen Shang would actually be this cunning. He originally thought that if Chen Shang was unable to use his spatial energy, it would be easy to chase after. But after chasing for a while, Lan Hongdao priest knew that it was not easy. It was mainly because Chen Shang knew how to use invisibility, and after invisibility, Lan Hongdao priest needed to concentrate his spirit to sense Chen Shang, but after sensing it, Chen Shang ran a distance. This old bastard is actually able to sense me after I've become invisible. He's quite amazing. If this goes on, I won't be able to do anything and will definitely be caught by him. Chen Shang immediately changed his direction again. Lan Hongdao priest was not able to continuously sense where he was, especially after he changed his direction. After half an hour, Lan Hongdao priest was gradually familiarizing himself with the hidden Chen Shang. Even if Chen Shang suddenly changed his direction, he could still continue to sense where Chen Shang was. Don't even think about escaping. Lan Hongdao priest increased his speed, his hand shot out a ball of blue light that struck Chen Shang. Chen Zhang's back was hit by the ball of blue light, and there was an aching pain, making him cry out involuntarily. What made him unbearable was, after the pain drilled into the inside of his body, it actually swelled up, wanting to push his body apart, causing his body to swell uncomfortably. Bastard! Chen Shang suddenly jumped into the air and released the heavenly alchemy immortal power, forcing out all of the energy that entered his body. Heavenly alchemy seal, go! Chen Shang took out the heavenly alchemy seal that the Bat Super Venerable had given him and smashed down onto the Lan Hong Dao priest below. The seal of the heavenly alchemy seal lit up with a very big word, refined. It burned with a raging fire. Heavenly alchemy immortal power released waves of sound, and in the next moment, it struck the ground and destroyed a large area of trees and flowers. The ground was scorched black. Lan Hong Dao priest who was attacked by Chen Shang had his entire body burnt black, but he was completely fine when he got up. Bastard, you're courting death. The Lan Hong Dao priest was very angry. His body turned into a blue rainbow, flew up from the ground, and smashed into Chen Zhang's body. Chen Shang was not in time to dodge, he was struck by the blue rainbow, his body felt like it was about to explode, and he was also sent flying. At this time, his body was still wrapped in blue flames, and waves after waves of searing pain hit him, causing Chen Shang to scream in pain. Lan Hong Dao priest was after all a middle-stage Taizun realm, and it was countless times stronger than Chen Shang. Even if the Lan Hong Dao priest held back, when Chen Shang received an attack, he would definitely be severely injured. Little thing, do you really think that my Lan Hong Dao priest is that easy to deal with? Lan Hong Dao priest laughed coldly and walked towards Chen Shang. Just as Lan Hong Dao priest took 2 steps forward, his expression changed. He saw a purple net suddenly appear, trapping him inside. Lan Hong Dao priest immediately struggled, a blue light flashed on his body, and the blue flames continuously ignited, releasing wave after wave of boiling hot qi. However, the Lan Hong Dao priest was unable to break free from this huge net. HMPH, Azure Blood Tribe member, you won't be able to escape. This is a purple deity's net that is meant for blue blood pigs. The one speaking was a man wearing purple clothes with a head of elegant purple hair. He slowly descended and slightly waved his hand, putting the purple net away into a purple box. The Lan Hong Dao priest was also taken in. The purple-haired man saw the blue flames burning in the distance. He lightly swept over and arrived beside Chen Shang, who was currently being set ablaze by the blue flames. He should not be able to live anymore. Truly a fellow who doesn't know his own limits. He only has the cultivation of 6 god stage, but he wants to provoke a blue blood boar in the middle stage of the Taizun realm. He deserves to be killed. The purple-haired man floated into the air and then muttered to himself, this person is a blood man, I'll send him off. With that, the purple-haired man threw a palm at Chen Shang, which instantly flashed with purple light, causing the palm to hit the ground, causing a large piece of dirt to fly out. With a burst of purple gale, Chen Shang disappeared. After the purple-haired man left, Chen Shang slowly crawled back up. His body was already burnt black. This bastard, I'll remember you. Don't let me meet you. Chen Shang looked in the direction the purple-haired man disappeared in and took a deep breath. When the purple-haired man attacked, he immediately hid inside the Chuangshi God furnace. Although the Chuangshi God furnace was powerful, but after being hit by the palm, its entire body had cracked and it had suffered severe injuries. Chapter 2858. Chen Shang felt that if he could still live this time, then it would be with great luck. The Lan Hong Dao priest was in the middle stage of the Taizun realm and the purple-haired man who kidnapped the Lan Hong Dao priest was in the late stage of the Supreme realm. He felt that it was a miracle that he was still alive even after being attacked by these two. I never thought that there would be so many conflicts within the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. Could it be that there is a difference between the Blue Blood Man and the Blue Blood Man? Although Chen Shang had just been injured by the Lan Hong Dao priest, he could still see what was happening. He could clearly see the purple-haired man's appearance. He also had purple hair, purple eyebrows, and purple lips. The powers he used were also purple, and he even called Lan Hong Dao priest a blue blood boar. Fortunately, he is still alive. Chen Shang dragged his heavily injured body far away from the battlefield, he was worried that there would be people coming later. He had to admit that the internal world of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum was extremely beautiful. It did not look like a mausoleum, as he was currently recuperating by a small river. Although his body was charred black, his recovery ability was amazing. Under his healing, the charred skin automatically fell off, revealing a new tender skin. Although it was a bit red, after some time, it became as tender as white jade. The injuries on his body are nothing, the most important thing is the injuries on Divine Sense C. Chen Shang originally thought that the middle stage of Six Gods stage was already very strong, so even if he was injured, he wouldn't be that serious. We can only see if this reborn law beads has any effects. Chen Shang looked at his own injured divine sense C. After his divine sense C gets injured, the profound entrances, Tao veins and spirit of the Tao gods S will all get heavily injured, which will seriously affect his power release. Previously, Lin Jishan was also in the same situation, causing his cultivation to be high, but because of the various injuries in the divine sense C, he was unable to unleash his strongest power, which required him to cultivate in seclusion for a period of time and recuperate. If I don't get out before the myriad Tao mausoleum doors close, I will be trapped inside right now. Chen Shang looked around, and suddenly felt that there was nothing bad about it, it was just that there were too many powerful people. No matter what, I have to hurry up and heal my injuries. Chen Shang estimated that even though he was injured, he could still refine a life law beads. There was one type of Tao meridian that was very similar to the life Tao meridian, the one that Zhang Sijing and the others had. However, the life Tao veins were a bit higher level than the reborn rule Tao line and they were also more effective. Although there was a difference between the two, they could still coexist. Chen Shang planned to let Zhang Sijing and the others cultivate the life veins, since they did not need to consume too much law beads S. As long as one of them managed to cultivate till the life veins, the other would be able to duplicate it. Chen Shang quickly finished refining the 10 life law beads. After he ate them, he refined them for Zhang Sijing at the same time. A few days later, Zhang Sijing had also cultivated the way of life, and she had started to learn the twin life arts with Zhang Sime, which she then passed down to him. Chen Shang needed to raise his strength now, as Six Gods stage was simply too weak here, it was not even enough for a single finger from the Taizun realm. Therefore, he needed the Mei Jing sisters' power to grow medicinal herbs. This way, he could quickly reach the peak of Six Gods stage. Although it was still not Taizun realm, his strength had at least increased a lot. At that time, he would have enough strength to protect himself. Mei Jing sisters was currently in charge of mass planting the cultivation of the Taiji Yuanshan Dan's medicine, while Chen Shang was using the life force released by his life force to heal his injuries. In this kind of slumber, time passed very quickly. Chen Shang didn't feel the passage of time at all, and when he woke up, Zhang Sijing actually told him that 10 years had passed. Chen Shang could not believe that he had actually stayed here for 10 years. How can this be? Chen Shang let out a long sigh, 10 years of Guanyin was gone just like that. It is already good enough that you can cure your injuries. Zhang Sijing laughed, we have already grown a lot of medicinal herbs, and they have all been improved by us, when will you start refining Taiji Yuanshan Dan? There are a lot of medicinal ingredients. Quote, yeah, just eating these ingredients is enough for us to step into the late stage of Six Gods stage. Zhang Sime said, when you refine it, you do not need to refine our portion. To be able to achieve a breakthrough just by eating medicinal herbs, it goes to show how much they have eaten. When Chen Shang entered the Yuyao Mountain Villa, he saw that there were indeed a lot of Taiji Yuanshan Danes there. There were hundreds of mu of them and the two sisters had even eaten a lot. Alright, I will start refining now. After getting beaten up by 2 Taizun Realm S, I am considered lucky enough that I didn't die. Using 10 years to heal my injuries is also nothing. Chen Shang immediately began to refine Taiji Yuanshan Dan. After half a year, he finally stepped into the late stage of Six Gods stage, and after consuming the remaining large amount of medicinal ingredients, he finally stepped into the peak of Six Gods stage. With the fusion of the Six Gods, you can enter the Taizun realm. Chen Shang felt that he was just a bit behind, but it wasn't easy fusing the Six Gods. Grandmother said that when I was at the peak of Six Gods stage, I would need to ask a few seniors of the Taizun realm for help. Asking them about their experience when stepping into the Taizun realm is useless eating medicinal pellets. Zhang Sime said. When I was at another realm, many people also said that eating medicinal pills was useless. However, I was always able to concoct a useful pill, hee. Chen Shang curled his lips and said, now, let's see if we can return to the Flying Dragon Pagoda, and see if we can find suitable medicinal ingredients there. Chen Shang really wanted to return, but he remembered that when he came to the middle of Myriad Dao Mausoleum, he did not see the path of retreat, and Lan Hong Dao Priest did not tell him either. This is trouble, how do I get back? Chen Shang looked around, and felt depressed. He remembered that when he first entered, Lan Hong Dao Priest was the one who brought him through the end of the huge passage and into the white light screen, he arrived at the beautiful forest. At that time, he also did not see a way back. I can only look around to see if there is anyone else here. Right now, I am a mutant, so I have to be careful. Chen Shang heard the purple-haired man call him this before. Chen Shang carefully walked through the forest. Even though he had used an invisibility spell, he was still worried. He saw some small animals in the forest, but they were very strange animals, such as rabbits, which were red, purple, and blue, and white and black, but there were few of them. A few days later, Chen Shang was still in the forest, and had not left it. He did not know how big the forest was, but just when he was annoyed, a pink light suddenly flashed in front of him. Is it pink this time? Chen Shang anxiously hid himself, hiding in the big tree, looking at the direction where the light aura was coming from. Chapter 2859. Chen Shang had seen the purple blood man and the blue blood man before, so he didn't think it was strange to see them again. He was just curious about what was going on with the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. How could there be such a different blood-colored race within them, and how much conflict there was between them? After Chen Shang hid himself, he confirmed that his own aura was not revealed, and carefully approached the direction of the pink-colored light. When he approached, he saw a few pink-haired men attacking a golden boar. The golden wild boar's body had many wounds, and golden blood was flowing out. This made Chen Shang think that this wild boar definitely belonged to the golden blood tribe. As long as we capture this wild boar, we will definitely be rewarded. Our pink race has not caught a golden blood divine pig for a long time. A man laughed. These men's bodies were all pink, they looked very strange, their attire was very ugly. Chen Shang felt that they were very ugly like this. These guys are all in the late stage of 6 God stage, but they look like small fries. Is the cultivation of the late stage 6 God stage so worthless here? Chen Shang himself was also at the peak of the late stage of 6 God stage, but he felt that dealing with these pink men in front of him shouldn't be a problem. Even if it was the early stage of the Tai Zun realm, he dared to take this risk. If it was the Lanhong Dao priest, who was a powerful mid-stage overlord, he would not dare to take this risk, but at least he wouldn't get beaten up so badly like last time. Chen Shang observed the fight between Pink Blood Man and the Golden Wild Boar. Their attacks were rather monotonous, releasing balls of pink light from their hands and striking the Golden Boar's body, but the pink light balls were still very strong, they were extremely cohesive and would not cause too much trouble. The Golden Blood Divine Pig was also very powerful. Under this siege, it was still alive and running around. The blood was thick and golden everywhere, but it did not fall. Soldier skill, a pink-blooded man shouted. A pink-colored red light appeared in his hand, and he instantly turned into a pink-colored long sword. The others followed suit and used their pink-colored energy to form a weapon, rushing towards the Gold-Blood Divine Pig. Chen Shang could finally see that their attacks were a little tricky. To condense the spirit chi in his body into a weapon, was quite easy for Chen Shang, he had done this before. The person approaching was not weak. Although he was only at the late stage of 6 God stage, his sharp aura was much stronger than the few pink blood manes who were slaughtering pigs below him. The few pink blood manes also sensed the chi, one of them anxiously shouted. It's the purple blood man, we can't win against them, although there are only 2 of them, let's run. They had killed Golden Blood Divine Pig for so long, they should not have given up. But now, in order to avoid the purple blood man, they had chosen to flee. However, they were already too late. 2 purple lights flew over and directly struck the pink blood manes, and then a purple explosion occurred, setting off a purple gale. So powerful, there's only one left. Chen Shang was extremely shocked. Just as he arrived, he had already killed a few pink blood manes. Chen Shang suddenly understood. The color of blood meant that he had become stronger, and from the looks of it, purple blood and gold blood were the stronger ones. You all, this is not your purple blood man's territory, why must you be so cruel to us? The pink blood man roared in anger, he knew that he was dead meat, he did not struggle nor did he run. Chen Shang quietly flew in the air, and carefully arrived behind the 2 purple blood manes. He took out the heavenly magic sword, and just as a surge of energy was about to attack the 2 purple blood manes, the heavenly magic sword in Chen Zhang's hands fiercely thrust forward, and instantly pierced the 2 of them dozens of times. The important meridians in purple blood man's body had all been pierced by Chen Shang, and the purple droplets of force that they wanted to release came out of those wounds, causing even more damage to them. This was because the tibia parts of their bodies had already shattered from the impact. The pink blood man was already prepared to die, but he never thought that such a thing would suddenly happen. The two incomparably powerful and extremely brutal purple blood man in front of him suddenly fell to the ground with serious injuries. Chen Shang immediately appeared and looked at the two men covered in purple blood on the ground. He sneered, then extended his hand and pressed it on the heads of the two men. What a strange feeling, their memories can't be read. What is going on? Chen Shang tried again, but it still could not succeed. Brother, are you using a soul search technique to read their memories? The pink blood man asked. Not bad, but it didn't succeed. What's going on? Chen Shang immediately looked towards Pink Blood Man. Pink Blood Man was extremely grateful to Chen Shang in his heart, because Chen Shang had saved him. Otherwise, he would have died. Let's go. These guys' souls are bound. When you read their memories, their masters will definitely sense it and rush here immediately. Pink Blood Man hastily said, Big brother, let's go. Chen Shang nodded, and threw the two half-dead purple blood manas into the furnace to burn them, then said, Where is the safest place? You should be very familiar with this place. Alright, follow me. With that, the pink blood man started running. Chen Shang followed behind him, and took care of all the remaining auras in the pink blood man. Otherwise, they would be traced back, and this pink blood man did not even know how to do such a thing. No wonder the other purple blood manas would find out. A few hours later, Pink Blood Man brought Chen Shang to the side of a large tree. Then, they entered the trunk of the large tree and went from the trunk to the stone room under the ground. This is my hiding place. I hope those purple blood manas don't find us here. The Pink Blood Man was crouching in a corner. At this moment, he was feeling very sad. After all, his comrade had died. What's your name? Chen Shang asked. They won't find us here, you don't have to worry. I'm Feng Shui Nan, what about you, big brother? Feng Shui Nan suddenly remembered that he had not thanked Chen Shang yet, and immediately thanked him. Chen Shang smiled at him slightly, can you tell me about the purple blood manas? I have also been injured by a purple blood man before, but I don't really understand them. Quote. The Myriad Dao Mausoleum is actually a gigantic heavenly prison. There are many prisoners locked inside, all of them coming from different worlds of the Myriad Dao. Most of them are guilty of heinous crimes. This group of people are called the Blood Color Clan. The Blood Color Clan used to be very harmonious, but because of some matters, there are now Purple Blood Manas, Blue Blood Manas and many other races. Quote. Chapter 2860. Chen Shang had previously heard from Time Ghost that the people being held by the Myriad Dao Mausoleum were all very powerful. However, the question was, who is it that had imprisoned him here? Because of the jade of their bloodline, the blood races divided into different grades. Amongst them, gold, purple, white, and black are the four most powerful bloodline races. As for the other colors, their blood is about the same. Feng Shui Nan was extremely confused, therefore, every time we see them, we would avoid them from afar. Why did they want to kill you? Chen Shang was confused by this. The last time Lan Hong Dao priest was seen by Purple Blood Man, they were all taken away. Right now, the purple, gold, white, and black races are the strongest, and the other blood red races are all going to become their slaves. We were unwilling, so we decided to leave and form a small race. That's why once we go out and are discovered by those violet gold people, we aren't captured. We are killed because we are all seen by them as fleeing slaves. Feng Shui Nan sighed sorrowfully. Purple, gold, white and black, these four blood-colored races were actually so powerful. Even someone like the Lan Hong Dao priest was only a slave. Myriad Dao Mausoleum is really scary. Other than the four races, are there any other powerful forces? Chen Shang asked. Of course, the Divine Ghost Empire was one of the stronger empires here. Even the purple, gold, white, and black empires did not dare to provoke them. Even if the Divine Ghost Empire's Ghost Emperor was in deep sleep, no one would dare to enter their territory. And then kill the Flying Dragon Ghost Realm. This is an extremely terrifying place, filled with dragons and very, very powerful. Quote. And then we saw that the White Bones Imperial was filled with a group of white skeletons, the most evil ones, and also extremely powerful. However, it was quite far from us, and in the middle of the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, we are called the Colorful Forest, the most beautiful place. When Chen Shang came in, he was also surprised by the beauty of the place, but he didn't expect that there would also be an extremely cruel law of survival here. Feng Shui Nan, have you heard of the natural law Divine Lord's matter? Chen Shang asked. Originally, he only wanted to test his luck to see if this natural law Divine Lord was famous here. He calls himself the Natural Law Divine Lord and is also called the Heavenly Law Bone King. He is rather special. When he first came in he was in the Divine Ghost Empire, and after he was assigned the Divine Ghost Empire to enter the White Bones Imperial, where he trained in the White Bone method, and became the White Bone King. He is very powerful. This Natural Law Divine Lord actually had such a position. Then what kind of strength is it? Chen Shang had previously estimated that the Natural Law Divine Lord was a Tai Zun realm, but now it seemed that it was definitely not what he had imagined. It's said that he's from the Venerable Ancestor realm. I'm not sure either. Feng Shui-nan shook his head. In the Myriad Dao Mausoleum, out of the 4 forces, only Divine Ghost Imperial Country is a blood person like you, and the others are not. In the 2 tunnels, the Time Ghost had once mentioned the Ghost Emperor. Why are there so many powerful people locked up in Myriad Dao Mausoleum? What are they doing? Chen Shang asked. Some were attracted here while others were locked in here from the very beginning. In short, there are many strong fellows who are unable to leave this place. This is all for the sake of stability outside. Feng Shui-nan said, I heard that as long as it's an expert outside, they will definitely come to this place and be locked inside. It will be very difficult to leave this place. As for whether it is true or not, I am not sure. But there are a lot of experts who are unable to leave, but there are also some who can leave. The Heavenly Alchemy Venerable Ancestor had been here many times, and Chen Shang had heard the great clan elder say that it was true. On the other hand, Natural Law Divine Lord only imprisoned him once, and that was indeed strange. Chen Shang suspected that Myriad Dao Mausoleum would only imprison some evil people to prevent them from disturbing the outside world. Then do you know where the Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall are? Chen Shang had originally wanted to look for the Natural Law Divine Lord, but after knowing that the Natural Law Divine Lord was powerful, he immediately gave up on that idea. He couldn't even beat a Tai Zun realm purple blood man, much less a White Bones Imperial's White Bone King. Therefore, going to the Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall now was the most important thing for Chen Shang. Learning the Heavenly Alchemy on the Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall would increase his own strength. Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall. Of course I know that there aren't many people in Myriad Dao Mausoleum who don't know about the Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall. It's a very famous place, but it's also very dangerous, and many people die there every day. When Feng Shui-nan talked about Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall, he also felt a bit of fear. Big brother, where are you going? Well, can you tell me how to get there? Chen Shang had already known that Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall were not simple. Now that Feng Shui-nan had said this, he had a deeper understanding of Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall. Many people died there. It was clear that they went there to learn the Heavenly Alchemy. However, they did not learn it. Of course you can, but big brother, you must be careful. Without your cultivation level in the Tai Zun realm, heading to the Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall will not be a good thing. After that, he took out a map and indicated a general direction. The only thing on the map was the colorful forest, and in the middle of the colorful forest was a 7-colored river. Following the directions of the 7-colored river's flow, one would be able to reach the area where the Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall resided, and the 7-colored river's end was very close to the Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall. Chen Shang left Feng Shui-nan's underground room and used his fastest speed to head towards the Rainbow River. At this time, he had an even greater yearning towards the Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall, and he didn't know why he suddenly became so fanatical. It was probably because the Heavenly Alchemy soul in his body had affected him. A day passed, and Chen Shang finally saw the Rainbow River. The river water of the Rainbow River wasn't of 7 colors, but under the sunlight, it looked like a rainbow from high up in the sky. When the river fell, the water was clear and colorless. The river flowed very slowly, and the water was very clear. One could occasionally see many fish swimming in groups within the river. These fish swam in groups. Each group had a different color. This was also a beautiful scene within the river. After Chen Shang became invisible, he quickly followed the flow of the river and flew towards the end of the Rainbow River, where the legendary Heavenly Alchemy Stone Wall would appear.